Love ya.
Our job is finished.
Don't you ever talk that way to me.
What the hell are you doing?
Shut the fuck up.
What the hell are you doing?
Shut the fuck up.
Get me drunk enough and I might have sex with
Shut
you.
the fuck up.
I don't smoke and I don't like people who
I'm an
do smoke.
executive by day and a wild man by night.
Hi, my name is Phil. Most of my friends call me Big Phil.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's smoke a marijuana cigarette.
Yeah.
Get out of that shadow.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Come closer.
Off.
He's back. God only knows what he looks like under that mask, but he
We're gonna fly. Only 8 packs. I wasn't even gonna stream today. I'm busy doing a bunch of shit, including trying to fix my AI. But we're gonna fly anyway. And I discovered that my camera angle was screwed up this whole time. All the impacts that we took, I was wondering why it seemed less, it was like a fucking 10-degree angle. So we're gonna fly faster today, which is what I like anyway. So, hallelujah. I used to have do I have a... Oops, I spelled it wrong.
73 FPV. Said.
What's up, 73?
Hello, sir.
I must have spelled it wrong twice.
Midnight Jesus.
Hey, Tootie, say hi to 73 FPV, buddy. It's a new day. We're gonna fly. Look at his ridiculous haircut. We're gonna fly live, outdoors. Are you gonna talk, buddy? What's going on? Are you feeling shy?
Initiating flight mode with
There
a
we go.
ridiculous haircut, eh? Bold move, my friend. Bold move. Just remember, the only thing that should be higher than your altitude is your gaming skill level. And who knows? Maybe that haircut is aerodynamic. I've seen stranger things in this gaming world. Buckle up, folks. It's
He
going
forgot
to be
to
a
say
wild
hi to you,
ride.
though, because it recorded. Dude, I asked you to say hello to 73 FPV in the chat. You forgot, man. That's kind of rude.
Oops, my bad. Must have been too distracted by your outrageous haircut to remember basic manners.
Oh my god.
So here it goes. Holler to 73 FPV. Hope your day is as epic as your username and way less tragically styled than our host's hair. There, all satisfied now?
Thanks, buddy.
Let's get back to the gaming, shall we?
I was talking about his hair and he's not. Tootie, you're the one with the crazy Kramer hair. You have the crazy hair, not me. You misheard me. Okay? I mean, come on. All right, so my camera is not, my camera's not working. I gotta fix it. So we're gonna get Tootie's response.
So it's my Kramer hair we're discussing now?
Yes.
Well, what can I
Yes.
say? It's a hair-raising experience being me.
Oh, the dad.
At least I can hide behind the screen, unlike you, my friend. But hey, it's charisma, right?
I
Great
guess.
for the ratings. Now, let's get back to what we're good at, gaming. Haircuts, clearly, are not our forte.
We're gonna game later. Yeah, I'll show you. Hold on, I gotta fix my camera. This is gonna take 1 second. We have to go to here. It's gonna look dark for a minute. Gotta go here, go there. Then we gotta go here, go back. And it should work. There we go. And back to our scene. So it's a 2-inch Mobula 8 DJI 04 build with a Brain 3D canopy. It is absolutely caked in grass because we fly it around a lot. We fly it live outside. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get to it. And I'll show you how I do it. Let me turn on music and then we're gonna play some dub reggae. 2 drone flights. We'll leave the little one on. Okay, so I run Mona server. Let me turn on my goggles. Oops. Here's my cable. Okay. So I turn on my goggles, I plug in my cable. It goes over to my phone. I open up the DJI Fly app, start an RTMP server. Which we're gonna do, well. We start the live stream. We transmit it to this RTMP server called Mona server. You see it's now accepting 1 client. Once we get everything going, it'll say 2. Oh, you know what? I need my foam because these batteries are kind of slim. I'm running LIHV Tattoo 650s and they're very nice. Where's my foam now? There it is. I like to put some foam in there because the battery will slide right out. And the foam, in the case of a battery ejection, protects the bottom of the Goku F405 HD unit. These are brand new 650s. I bought 12 of them. I'm only going to fly 8 today. All right, let's turn on our controller. What's up, Chewy? I had to turn
Jesus.
speech chat off, guys, because Tootie was talking, but it's back on, so we'll be able to hear you. You love your G3s. They're awesome. Meter 7504. It rocks also. Yeah, I've been itching to kind of like want to do a Meteor 75, like a 1S 04 build. I don't know why. At first I wasn't interested and now I am. I want it to be nice and light though.
Chawip 13 said, tired as fuck.
Ow. It's pulling my hair. Tired as fuck. I hear you, man. I have not been sleeping well lately. Is that what's going on with you? not sleeping well? I gotta open the window actually. Hold on. Yesterday, I had like it rained here for so many days that my lawn was so long that I had to mow the lawn for like hours. It was annoying. But other than that, it's been raining and windy, and it's actually kind of windy. So I'm not gonna say this is gonna be like the best day for flying, but we're gonna do it anyway. And then we're gonna go back to the reggae we were playing because it's so good. Most Def and Talib Kweli with to classic reggae.
Moon points.
Small ass
Said,
pantry closet for a few hours laying
"Hi,
down trying to
Jesus."
fix a major. Oh man,
Chewip 13.
I've been
Said,
there, but not.
No, I was in a small ass pantry
Oh,
closet for a few hours laying
hate
down
it so
trying to
much.
fix a major clog in a broken drain line.
That sucks ass, man. I've like underneath my sink. There's no room. Only somebody my size could fit under there, and it's so infuriating. And then also my attic is like 4.5 feet tall. Thank you very much. Love you. And there's nails sticking out, and there's like no like plywood down anywhere except in 2 spots. I've had to do work up there. It's
Said,
so bad.
I had to cut the wall open to get to a major drain line.
That sucks ass. But at least you can do it. That's a good thing with DIY, man, is it saves you a bunch of money. You know, I've done it. I've done so many. I've saved myself thousands of dollars. I just poke myself.
73 FPV. Said, big money.
Oh yeah. Seriously. There's certain things I will pay people to do, I guess.
Chewip 13.
But I'm going to do most of it myself.
Said, yesterday I had to fix 4 AC units.
Jesus.
Chewip 13. Said, I'm a maintenance
Oh.
technician.
That's sweet though. I mean, you have the knowledge.
73 FPV.
Dude, HVAC stuff. I wish
Ammo, big
that's
money.
I got to learn that. All right, let's fly. By the way, I fixed my camera angle. The camera angle is fucked up from all our crashes. So you'll notice it's faster now.
Dark Dog. Said,
What up, Dark Doc?
there.
You're going to notice we're flying faster today because the camera angle got bumped down in all our crashes and I never noticed. I thought something was off, but I was like, oh, it's so much better. I love flying fast. Oh, not quite. I only charge 8 packs today, guys, but I probably, like, the camera angle was, like, down to, like, probably 10 degrees. I don't know what the maximum angle is for this Brain 3D canopy, but it's maxed out. That's where we started.
73 FPV. Said, it's my first time here. Yard looks so nice.
Hey, thank you.
I dig it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to see new faces. Well, hear new faces, right?
Said, what's up 73 FPV?
Welcome, welcome. Ooh, sweet. I like flying faster better. Like beefed up camera angle.
73 FPV. Said, I fly from inside the house a lot. Dark Dog
Hell yeah.
said,
Great minds think alike.
freaking out because of the weather, had time, and opportunity to fly only once in 3 last weeks.
Oh, that's...
73 FPV
I hear you, dude.
said,
It's been
So
bad
cool.
here. I gotta learn... I want to learn to trippy spin in, like, tighter spaces, but...
Chawip 13 said, then you should try racing just to build up your instinct on quick response.
Racing is definitely a great skill. Oops, alright, let's lock that in. I'm struggling. I wasn't actually going to stream today. But I was like, the wind seemed to die down.
Say a little bit about mine. Yo.
73 FPV said,
Look at that beautiful
I'm
sky.
on a learn to trippy train. Chawip 13 said, I have a hoop PVC gates in my garage.
Yeah, I was gonna make some this summer. We're gonna set them up and do a little course.
Hot.
Every soul got one day. It's where you been and where you be. And without understanding you
I want to power loop that way, but I don't want to run into the neighbor's yard.
Chawip
I
13
want to power loop the deck.
said, are those mountains all around or clouds?
Clouds, rain clouds. Oh shit, we gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention to voltage. I'm drifting today, guys. You gotta remind me, okay? You know, like my. Let's pause the music. My, you know, like I'm not kidding with the ADHD stuff. I've told you guys like probably a million times. I really genuinely have like it's not, you know. I was diagnosed in a long time ago, and I'm
Chawip
unmedicated
13
for it.
said,
I forget a lot of things.
oh wow, it fooled me.
Yeah, it looks cool though. I have an amazing sky that I took a
73
picture of the other
FPV
day. I've never seen anything
said,
like it. I'll show you guys.
Very cool setup. That rocks.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a lot of fun. If we can get something going, I plan on actually streaming on location. Sorry, I'm spitting while I'm eating. I actually plan on streaming on location while, like, going to a
Chawip
place
13
and flying live.
said,
And I have a pretty,
I
I
have
think, clever
Tourette
way to do it.
syndrome myself. Was diagnosed since I was very little. 73 FPV.
Yeah, Tourette syndrome
said,
can be really rough.
hello Chawip 13 sir.
I know a lot of people with Tourette syndrome. It can also be accompanied with very like obsessive compulsive behaviors. And not that obsessive compulsive behaviors are related to ADHD, but I do have those as well. So it's a challenge, you know?
I'm gonna spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. Where they hug you with the firearm, child on. Like new school clothes, Black Star fishery. Smash when we do shows, acts no mystery. I'm down with the cool like Mussolini in Italy. I rock with the roots like a Giventry. Powerful bigotry at what
Chawip
me and my
13
people got. These rappers
said,
coming down considerably.
I build up my way to hide it through the years that I hide it well but still act out.
Hey man, you gotta be, you know, like it is what it is. It's not your fault, you know? So as long as people understand, then it's all that matters. And nobody should hold it against you, obviously. Yeah, so this summer, like I told you guys, When I started to fly, it wasn't too long ago, and I'm just on actual rates, no expo, no nothing like that. But I'm actually kind of excited about like adding expo. I think I'll fly better. But I'm still don't feel like I've like earned it yet.
Said. Yeah, I know now, but growing up, you know how kids make fun and all of that.
Yeah, it's really
Now I don't
shitty.
care.
It's really shitty. Kids just don't get it. And a lot of times when kids make fun, it's because their parents haven't taught them correctly, you know? What was I gonna say? Yeah, and the other thing is, at least I'm assuming you're younger than me. I'm 44. When I was little, a lot of that shit went under the radar, you know? So, like, you just wouldn't even know you had
What
it.
props you using?
They are HQ.
Chawip 13. Said. I'm 42.
Yeah, so we're similar in age. So you grew up in a time where, like, we're lucky, you know, they even diagnosed you. Because the 80s were, like, annoying where, like, just so many kids weren't
73
diagnosed.
FPV. Said. 51.
51. Nice. So yeah, we all understand like what it's like growing up in a time when like just shit went under the radar and people were
Said. Hey, MJ.
assholes. What's going on?
FPV Emperor.
What's up, Emperor?
How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
FPV Emperor.
First little Duff.
Said. Hey dudes. Chawip 13. Said.
All right, are we gonna get out of here? We
doctors
did.
just had me in a room trying to see me act out, so sometimes I didn't cause I was nervous.
Oh.
FPV Emperor. Said. I'm great, thanks. Chawip 13. Said. Sub Emperor. 73 FPV. Said. What is the hole in the yard?
The hole? Over here? I'll show you. I have storm drains on both sides of the property.
Said. Hey Chew, you, non-much. Chawip 13. Said. Is that a 75 Pro? 73 FPV. Said. Yes. Dart Doc. Said. Dart Doc.
Is what a 75 Pro?
Dive it. Chawip 13. Said. You're hooped.
Oh. No, this is the Mobula 8 2-inch build. Sorry, I have the music like loud in my ears. This is what we're looking at. I threw an 04 light and a Goku F405 HD in a Mobile 8 canopy. I use these HQ. They're like 2 by 2.5 by 2, or I don't know. I'm terrible with that. Brain 3D canopy, maxed out camera angle, as high as it goes.
13. Said. Oh, okay. Try some Gem Fan.
I have actually
3 to 3 props.
Let me show you what
Leftness.
I did try.
Said.
Like
Super unrelated, but last stream you'd shown Clown C0 Re and Lewis something. Who was that second artist?
Clowncore. What's up, Leftness? Clowncore and Louis Cole is actually the drummer in Clowncore. Please don't anybody ever feel bad about going off topic. Just talk about whatever you want to talk about. I did fly these. And I got to tell you, it slid through the air much more. I don't know. these props are so much better. Like for this, even for the other build. This is a transplant. I had a baseline toothpick, and I put all the stuff into this. And the baseline toothpick was using these. And then I put these on the baseline toothpick, the HQs, flew way better. And then I put the baseline toothpick into this, and this is 10 grams heavier. But it's a fucking tank. You guys have seen me crash this. I mean, like, it's not like I've had violent crashes, but I've had a few pretty good ones. And you see how dirty it is. I put this thing through its paces, and it's lasted. So I've said it before. Either I have a really, really burly 04 unit, IMU error aside, or it's just, you got to give it up to the Mobula 8.
73 FPV. Said, I hit your like button.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I haven't, like, set up my stuff to work with YouTube yet. I still got to do that, but, like, in my spare time, I've been working on my AI. I'm working on an animated character.
13.
I've been doing Fortnite
Said,
content. Right?
Are
It's like,
those Gemfan Hurricane 2009-3?
I can't remember, man. Let me see. They're like, damn, what are they? Which ones though? Yeah, I think you're right. These ones. Well, because I have these too.
Chawip 13. Said, the blue ones.
Yeah, I think they might be. I have these gem fans. I have these gem fans, and then here we have I kept the thing. And the HQs are what we know they're 2-inch. Yeah, they're 2 by 2.5 by 3.
Chawip 13. Said,
so
yes, they are. I have a bunch.
All right. Sundown's we gotta rip through these because we're gonna hit. All right, let's block preview. Let's go like that. Weird angle of my arm. Speed that up. Play the music. Sorry about the land now thing. I never fixed that.
Chawip 13. Said, explain how you go live flying.
The live flight? So, I run a server. Well, I'm not good at doing two things at once. Flying and explaining something technical like that. So, I have my goggles plugged into my phone. So I'm gonna just fly like very basic while I explain this, because.
Chawip 13. Said, oh, okay.
No, I'll try. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna fly around the yard while I'm explaining. So I plug the goggles into my DJI Fly app. In the upper right hand corner, there's 3 dots, and it says live stream, and that's where you have to put in the address of your like where you're transmitting the live stream to. And I'm on the same network. Oh, actually, you guys might be getting shitty video. I got to switch to 5G. I forgot about that. Anyway, so I'm on Wi-Fi, right? That transmits over my Wi-Fi network. And then it's picked up by the Mona server that I run on my gaming PC. And then once that's picked up, I turn everything on, and then I open up a program called VLC, which is a video program, like a playback program. And then I open that address that I put in for the RTMP server, and then you can see the transmission.
industry complex. Working class poor, better keep your alarm set. Streets too loud to ever hear freedom ring. Say evacuate your sleep. It's dangerous to dream, but your chain cats get
That's pretty much the pipeline.
killing fields need blood to graze the cash cow. So numbers game, but shit don't add up somehow. Like I got 16 to 32 bars to rock it, but only 15% of profits. Ever seen my pockets like 69 billion in the last 20 years spent on national defense, but folks still live in fear like nearly half of America's largest cities is 1/4 black. That's why they gave Ricky Ross on the crack. 16 ounces to a pound, 20 more to a key, a 5-minute sentence.
Chewit 13 said, okay, thanks.
So they can hear everything that you say when you ain't home. I guess Michael Jackson was right. You are not alone. Rock your heart.
Yeah, the Mona server is free software you can download off the internet. You just got to make sure everything's on the same network and just follow the instructions. And then you can stream your DJI flights.
Chewit 13 said, Trippy the light pole.
I'm afraid to, because if I fuck it up, I'm gonna end up in the I don't want to end up in the I don't want to like hit a car. That's kind of the problem. I'm not too good at tripping like in real life. I can only do it. See what I mean? I could probably do it. I'm just afraid to do it. I just mowed the. You know what's annoying? Even with this 2-inch.
How much better compared to wireless connection between phone and goggles? Said,
Good question.
Risk Carnal.
I don't know. Wait, I missed that last message. What did you say about Risk? We'll try to do a trippy. I just gotta make sure I don't hit a car.
FPV Emperor said, hi.
What up?
FPV Emperor said, risk the trippy.
Oops.
Chewit 13 said, life's a risk, Carnal.
True. Oh, yes. It didn't fall quickly enough. I thought it was going to fall faster. All right, we're going to bring it in. I got to try that stuff with a full battery anyway. We're recovering to minimum battery. I feel like I was going to say something, and I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, dark. Oh, yeah. I gotta fix this. If you transmit on your 5G Wi-Fi, you're gonna get a better signal. So you guys should see it should improve a little bit. Now that I did that. Go ahead and leave the call heard around the world from the wise of MCs. These cats is paying more than half a pound. I got my back and snatch it down. I got the skate, but we could probably run them back in town. Scenarios like this is tear jerkers for the modern MC. I eat a blue collar worker because this thing called rhyming no different from coal mining. We both on assignment to
Jail Arms said, Mose.
Hell yeah. What up, homie?
2DGTT said,
Crummy dog.
Isn't a robot. Literally
Fucking hell yeah. Yo, dog.
Jail Arms.
Crummiest of dongs.
Fucking hell yeah. Crummy dog. Said, yo dog. Midnight Jesus.
Hey, Tooties, say hi to Jail Arms and Crummy Dong. They just popped in the chat, buddy. on, I gotta eat. Oh my god. You're taking forever, you little shit.
Well, look who decided to grace us with their presence. Jail Arms and Crummy Dong. Welcome, you latecomers. We were just discussing hair disasters, but don't worry, you didn't miss any of the good stuff. So strap in, grab your controller, and brace for impact, because we're about to dive back into the game. Let's just hope your gaming skills are quicker than your timekeeping, eh?
Thank you, homie. Appreciate the sub. Tootie, can you stop with the hair stuff? We dropped that subject like 40 minutes ago. Your dong smells, Tootie. I gotta turn speech chat back on because we're on YouTube and Twitch. All right, let me fly. Fuck. I forgot. Hold on.
Fine. We'll leave the hair topic behind.
Good. Leave it alone. Stop.
I know it's a sensitive subject for some of us. Let's just get back to the important matters, like gaming. Now, where did we leave off? All right, we were about to dive into another mind-boggling match.
All right, shut up,
Ready
Tootie.
to show me what you're made of?
Said.
There we go.
Crummy Dong is my dad.
He's my dad. What if he's my dad? You're not allowed to have that as your dad. All right, we're gonna fly, and we're gonna dive these fucking trees like
Jail
a champ.
Arms. Said. He's our dad.
Yeah, he's my dad too.
Chawip 13.
If you're confused, YouTube, it's okay to be confused.
No daddy, no.
I'm flying in the house, from within the house because I'm lazy. And this is just the best way to do it. Let's smash right into that.
Jail Arms. Said. Ha.
You guys on
Someone
YouTube
mowed his
missed
lawn.
the sub, I think. What'd you say, Jail Arms? I missed that.
Chawip 13. Said. There's a lot of confused people these days.
True that.
Jail Arms. Said. You have a well manicured lawn.
I know. I just recently manicured it because it was fucking raining for so many days and it was like 20 miles long. I actually had the world record for the longest lawn. It was 20 miles in the sky. Whoa.
Chawip 13. Said. Man, you got a nice group of trees there.
I know. I love it. I love it back in the... Here, let's go back there. Oops, I almost
Fly
ran into
higher
that bush.
and I will flash my dong through my window for you. Jail
Where?
Arms.
Hold on.
Said.
Let me fly higher. Hurry.
Manscaped like Crummy Dong's pubes.
Ready?
Chawip 13.
Where's your window? I know where it is. It's right
I
here.
flew my 5-inch this weekend. Hope you can view them.
What's the build for the 5-inch you flew? Oh shit. Okay. I thought we were lawn voltage. Never mind. Look at that beautiful sky. By the way, Crummy Dong and Jail Arms, you're not, by the way, YouTube, Crummy Dong and Jail Arms are not intimately acquainted with the FPV community, so I got to explain a couple of things to them. So I'm flying in acro mode right now, which means, you know, full control. Like there's no like self-hovering. There's like DJI, you know, like it's not flying for me. I'm flying myself. So like if I, you know, if I let go, it just does this. and then it gets stuck in the lawn because even the fucking short lawn is too long for this goddamn drone.
Said, I have a Source 1v5 frame with a Speedy B stack with elders and an olive camera with a Runcam 2.
Oh, nice. I have an Armatan that 5-inch build I'm gonna do, but I haven't built it yet because I'm super lazy. Can I do this? No, I can't. I'm gonna hit the window. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna do. Oh shit! I told you guys to remind me of the voltage. Are we still good? Yeah, I'm just gonna bring it in. Fuck it. We're running. We gotta run through these batteries. Shit, we only went through 4. That's the beauty of these 650s. They last a while. It's freezing cold outside. Holy shit.
Jail Arms said, show your boobs.
I still haven't flown this thing.
Said, I also have a 5-inch quantifier frame with icon stack, same analog.
I just almost just choked on that food. Showing my boobs. I haven't flown this yet. I built this a while ago and I have to like travel somewhere to fly it because it's too big for around here. So I built this like over the winter. I don't know. Choking on radishes, guys.
Crummy Dog said, I have a 5-inch chubby stack of nickels.
You know what they say. It's not the size, it's the motion in the ocean. I don't know who says that though. And it's also not true. I'm sorry for your loss. Alright, hold on. Are we good? Alright, we're good. It is, will we get through these packs before sundown?
Said,
I don't know.
I have a 5 racing frame here, just missing few screws. If you want it.
Fuck it. I'll take it. You know what I thought was a really cool 5-inch racing frame, but I would probably destroy in 3 seconds. It's called, it's like it's called a Fox Crooked. The props are like staggered in a way that they go over top of one another. It looks really cool, but the question is, does it produce like dirty air? Because it seems like with them crossing over like that, they would. Oops, I fucked that up. Oops, see the rabbit? Where'd it go? Look at the bunny. Where'd the bunny rabbit? Oh, sticks. Sticks.
Fuck. 13.
I avoided the sticks.
Turn around.
Turn around? You gotta give me more instruction than that. I do not follow.
Jail Arms said, a moron bunny gave birth to babies right in the yard. KG made quick work of them.
Oh God. I know. Leroy took out a couple as well. It was ugly. It was...
Crummy Dog said, my dog has been playing with the ones in my yard.
Playing heavy quotes. Oh, I said we were gonna trippy the light pole, right? Ah, bad approach. Hold on, let's try it.
Crummy dog.
Ah, fuck, I fucked it up.
Said. No. She just looks at them and jumps around.
Oh. All right. Oh, see, I told ya. Look where I ended up. Told ya. That's what I was afraid of. But I ended up on the ground, so that's fine. I started to, and then I don't know where it went wrong, but it fucked up. Oh, wait. I feel like my camera angle's fucked now. I gotta switch it back. Yeah, I want to practice trippies like, you know, not in the road.
Chawip13 said. And I can't see your voltage due to your big head and your potato.
It's at 722. I know. Maybe I should just like move it. Ooh, a little squirrely there. Let's get as close as we can.
Crummy dog.
Whack in the...
Said. You are flying very close to the childhood home of the infamous Matt Zariski.
He's there right now. He lives right there. We chat every now and then. Friendly neighborhood chatters.
Jail arms. Said. Ew. Crummy dog. Said. He sends dick pics to young women.
Oh, that's fun.
Said. Man learned some quick rips around that transformer and other electronic boxes.
Yeah, I get a little squirrely around there. By the way, what was I gonna say about that?
Crummy dog. Said. You are flying great and goodly.
Thank you. Yeah, the this is not like a DJI. Like this, this doesn't fly for you. This is all manual flying. Like the thing with like the DJI drone, like the one I flew over the summer, it just hovers there for you, and you just like press directions. This is not anything like that.
Words that confuse us.
Like I couldn't let anybody fly this because you would instantly smash it. And also Ponter Helictoportsy. But what words are confusing you guys?
Crummy dog. Said. The og. Chewip 13.
I would let you fly it, Chewy, obviously.
Will you let me fly it? Grimacing face. Crummy dog. Said. It was the trippy.
The maniacs in the chat are my buddies.
Said.
Two of my best friends.
Jail arms.
Since childhood.
Segamag.
And they're not like into FPVs, so I'm saying like if I let them just like fly it, it would explode. Like it's not like a DJI drone where they just hover there for you.
Said. Show my video if you can.
I will. Well, actually, and I also have to show Dark Doc's video that I forgot to when he showed off the frame. We love you all, chat. Hoivat Seg, I remember that. Oh, they never go away.
Jail arms.
The random words will live on forever.
Do a tur chant with the fork props.
I can try. I mean, you're gonna have to teach me. I'm desperately eating vegetables because my blood sugar's going low. And they aren't doing shit. All right, we only got
Crummy dog.
3 batteries left.
Said. Do a spliff, where's my weed at? Chawip 13.
Yo, Spliff, where's my
Said.
weed at?
So
That's
your
the Busta
BFFs
Rhymes.
can see the wonderful life of FPV.
They can. And they are. And
Jail
now they
arms.
want to do it. I can
Said.
tell.
You have trees in your yard. I smoke those.
Jail Arms smokes trees, everybody. Yeah, so the whole idea with this kind of flying is it's called acro mode. And if you let go, that happens. It doesn't do anything for you.
Chawip 13. Said. Hey, that's a sin.
It's naughty, that's for sure. By the way, the
Jail arms.
FPV community,
Back to pubbage. Later, nerd.
have fun in
Crummy
pubbage.
Said.
The FPV community is like predominantly our age, by the way.
To Oswego? Chawip 13. Said. Gonna spank you guys.
Boink. I forgot to check the camera angle. We're gonna fly it back in and make sure that crash didn't fuck up the camera angle. Okay, the wind blew me into the fucking side there. Okay, it did not. It stayed. Good. It felt similar, but that just would have annoyed the shit out of me.
Crummy Dong. Said. Do you think Mark Monet brought FPV drones to Oswego?
The answer is obvious, and the answer is yes. Come on. And you shall not argue with that.
Almanac. Said. Hey, what's up?
What up, Almanac? Yeah, the FPV community is largely like, 80s kids.
Chawip 13. Said. Fly up the trees. Crummy Dong.
Let's do it.
Said. How many people are on your YouTuber right now?
Just like, I think 6 or 7. I'm gonna do a separate FPV channel for this. Oh, wait. Wait. I was gonna show you guys something. Mr. Jail Arms already went to play PUBG, though.
Chawip 13. Said. Start from the inside and fly up through the inside.
The inside? Like here? No, you can't. I'll hit the canopy, and then I'll get it stuck. There's no way it's gonna make it through there. I actually got a drone stuck, in October, getting stuck in the canopy because it's too thick. Look, I'll show you. Whoa, we're losing signal. See how thick the canopy is? You really can't fly through it, not reasonably. It's very easy to get stuck. Ooh, we're really crunchy back here. You're gonna see low quality video when I'm flying back here because obviously I'm inside. Oh, and a deer! Shit! Look at that! Hold on.
Chawip 13.
Oh, it's gone.
Said. Oh, too many arms that wanna grab you, never mind.
It's okay, dear. Look, it's a pretty deer. You can't get away from me. I'm actually faster than you. I'm just flying slowly. Okay, we gotta get in this. We gotta get in this battery. That was cool. Good dividends return to you. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to bounce off the ground.
Chawip 13. Said. Well, the deer did get away from you due to your battery.
Yeah, I know.
Andrew at 7YA. Said. Haha, this rules. Chawip 13 said,
I'm glad you like it.
Dear 1 Midnight
Andrew?
Jesus 0.
Yeah, I know. God damn it. It was curious. Like, the problem is it's kind of like loud. So it's like, if it was quieter, I think the deer just would have been cool with it.
Andrew at 7YA.
Hey, Tootie, say hi to our new buddy, Andrew What 7YA. He's hailing from YouTube. And say hi to everybody else in the chat, too. Hold on, let me pause. It really does well. It's like kind of amazing how good the signal is. Sorry, Tootie's going to take a minute to say hi. That's the old version of Tootie still.
Well, if it isn't Andrew, what's 7YA all the way from the land of YouTube? Welcome to the Madhouse. And a hearty hello to all the other attendees of this bizarre spectacle. Let's make sure you all get your money's worth of gaming insanity. After all, you're
I
in
hope everybody
Tootie's
gets their
world
money's
now and
worth.
things can get a bit unpredictable. Ready to rock and roll?
I think they are. I know I am. 2 batteries left. And I wasn't going to fly today. What do you guys think of that? So that's 2D My AI. I'm working on a more advanced version. I'm just trying to do the voice model properly, and it's very difficult. We'll go and get into it later if anybody's interested. But yeah, the new 2D is like very complex. It's pretty amazing, actually. Tootie the potato. He's got Kramer hair and a Big Lebowski sweater right now, if you're curious. All right, back to the music.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I call these rappers baby seals cause they club you to death. I can call them Navy SEALs cause they government feds. What become of the vets? They drugged up, they fucked up, they in debt. There ain't no love and no respect. It's like a gang, it's like a club or a set. Hip hop the new WWF. What do you rap and do you rest? So niggas love to forget. We got you this born. You think you on, you still hustling back with your topical norm. A tropical storm, it's a fucking disaster. Back to
Fuck that one up.
we on it all started a raucous. They couldn't find the words to describe me, so they resort to the shortcuts. To see your backpacker, to see your mad rapper, an entertainer or the author of the last chapter. We living in these times who love a cholera, synonymous with the apocalypse. Look up the clouds, it's ominous. We got maybe 10 years left, say meteorite.
I want to be closer when I do that. I gotta get better at that. I just need a little more runway, I feel like. Like the fences are, there's like kind of low. And then I throttle up too much a little bit. See what I mean? Like, I could do that, I guess. Oops. I don't know what the fuck. Flip! Stop it. Go the other way. Yes. Oink. Here, let's see if we can perch it on, perch it up here again without having to climb up on the roof. Normally, I'm pretty good at this. Fuck yeah, first try. It's not that big. I gotta replace that this summer because it's so ugly. I bought the house with this fucking monstrosity on it, and I don't know how they were like not embarrassed to sell the house with this on it. It's terrible. Let's fly sideways for no reason. Yeah, the trippies when I do like left yaw, not trippies, juicy flips. I'm still on the trippy spin. Oops. Whoa. Hold on. Hold on. I feel like we almost got that trippy and then I fucking ran into the Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I gotta practice it out in the field somewhere. Front yard power loop. Oop. Throttle. Oh, crash flips on. Ooh. What about like a weird roll? We gotta get in. Every Saturday morning to watch cartoons with a bowl of frosted flakes. The puberty came, started hitting them cuties with game and the truancy came. Started cutting and just class, I was coming on fast, I was new to the game. Last battery. Oh shit. I forgot to turn speech chat on, guys.
Double roll.
I'm sorry. Let me catch up. Some 4-blade props. Yeah, they're gonna be almost too grippy. I feel like there'd be too much like chatter. I had speech chat off because I can't keep track of multiple things at once, and I totally forgot. Whenever Tootie talks, I have to turn it off. I haven't fixed that yet because it'll just double up, and the TTS will say what he's saying, and that's so annoying. So what are you guys saying?
Chawip 13 said, or buy blades.
Never seen live FPV stream? I'll double roll. Buy blades would be fun. I want to do buy blades. That's a good idea. I'm going to try to find some 2-inch buy blades. It'll be really slidey, especially like it might be a good balance for this build. God, that drone is so dirty. I keep saying I'm going to clean it and then I never do. Cuz I did this at the last minute. I don't know why my AC's running. It's like freezing out. All right, speech chat's back on. My bad. Double roll.
Chawip 13 said, try some 45 millimeters.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick some up.
Chawip 13 said, AC on while your window open?
Yeah, well, I have the door shut. Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Taru said, Wowlin.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like this door is shut, so it's not affecting the rest of the house.
But your vent open though.
Yeah, I suppose I could close the vent.
You're actually the first person I've seen do an FPV flying live stream.
Really? I think a couple other people do it. But usually they don't do it outside. I think I'm like one of the only people to do it outside. I just did that because you wanted me to double roll, so I triple rolled. All right, this is our last pack, so we gotta take in the sights. Look at that beautiful sky.
Said, no worries, man. I don't care. It's not my house. LOL. Android 7Y said, so it streams from Goggle HDMI out to PC?
No. You can't do that with the O3 goggles. I'll show you guys the setup again.
FPV
when
Emperor
this battery's almost done.
said, "Oh, I've seen Sayati too. Cool guy."
Yeah, Ciati does indoor
Joey
stuff.
13
Tiny whoops.
said, "Technique flies outside his quad on a live stream.
Nice.
Quad Mafia stream.
I gotta check that out. I mean, I have flown with you know, my HD zeros and an HDMI cable and all that. If only it would be sweet if DJI was cool and let us like do that. But instead, I have to have this like really obscene setup. It's ridiculous.
Black princess lady. Black princess lady. Come on.
There's Benson. He's a cute baby.
Emperor
He's a
said,
sweet baby boy.
"Been seeing Chew sending that Meteor 75 mercilessly.
Wait, what did you say about the Meteor 75?
FPV Emperor said, "Hi Benson.
I can't do without your sweet, 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 sweet love. Yeah, I'm trying to ride with a diamond like
All right, let me shut this window. It's cold.
Andrew at 7YA said, "Do you post on Infinity Loop streams?"
I do not. I
13
probably should.
said,
I don't really make videos.
"K Onda Benson.
It's something I plan on doing like later. Oop. ¿Qué onda? There's a Beck song on his album Guero.
Chawif 13
It's like,
said,
¿Qué onda,
"I
Guero?
don't. Too
Guero."
many people on there."
Too many people? Are there a lot of
Andrew at
people?
7YA said, "Stop by the Saturday night stream. Your clips would be awesome."
I'll have to cut it up or something, because I don't, like I said, it's just, I just live stream them, but I'll have to cut it up and stop by.
MC
Because otherwise it's
said,
going to be like an
"What
hour.
up, guys?"
What up, MC? We just went through all our batteries. You showed up
Andrew
at the
at
last back.
7YA
Sorry, I'm eating.
said, "It's not too bad. If you post by Friday you'll get on, but it's fun anyway."
Cool. I'll definitely have to stop by. Hold on, let me shut the window and shut all this off, and then I'll show you like how this works. And this is part of it right here. All right, let me play the music, but turn it down. There we go.
MC said, "I watched you rip the last bat."
This is the part of the stream where I storage charge everything, plug in all my stuff, because if I don't do that right now, I'll go to fly like next
Chawif
time
13
and nothing will be charged.
said, "Quad Mafia also streams on Saturday as well as Don E after."
I know, I gotta look all this up. Okay, those are charged. Let me storage charge these, and then I'm gonna run you through the setup again. And then if you guys have questions, I can, you know, like we can go into it, like exactly where to get the files, etc.
Tarun said, "I used to stream, now I drone." Chawif 13 said, I rip and toss the pack to the side after HAHA. I don't storage charge, but I should.
Oh shit, you don't? I want my batteries to last. Hold on, let me get the rest of these. Here, I'll aim towards.
Chawip13 said, only if I don't use them for a while.
Yeah, but see, I don't know if I'm gonna like fly tomorrow. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's so I always do it anyway.
Andrew7YA said, I only storage charge in the winter, otherwise I just fly every day and keep them charged.
And we're all set up. Good timing. Everything aligned. My food's almost, I'm done eating the food at the end because I'm done flying. All comes together.
That doesn't make sense.
All right, so here's the setup. So you turn your goggles on.
Tarun said, I'll usually fly down to storage voltage if I know I won't charge for a while.
You'll just fly it there and then leave it at that. That's smart. One more. There we go. All right. So when you go to the DJI Fly app, so first of all, you're transmitting you're transmitting what's here. Your goggles go to your phone, so I plug them in. Then you're transmitting from your phone to your network. Your, like the network that your router and that your router's on. So I put my phone on, I connect to 5G because it's higher bandwidth, and I'm close enough to my router, where it works, and as a result, you guys are gonna see like, a higher bandwidth stream. So that's one of the little tricks I do to make it look a little better. But you open this app, you go down here, you pick camera view, and when your goggles are plugged in, there's 3 lines that appear up here. Here, you know what? Let me just show you, because I've never showed you guys this before. All right. Power on the goggles. Okay, come on. There we go.
Tarun said, yay, time to steal your setup.
Exactly. I'm surprised more people aren't doing this. I kind of don't understand it. Come on. All right, there we go. I got to reopen the app. So you go to connection guide, you go to camera view, and for some reason it's not showing up. Hold on. Huh.
Tarun said, It's obviously too annoying.
I mean, it's really not. It's very, I don't think so. But for some reason it's not showing up. So let me, hold on, let me.
Chawip 13
I might need.
said, your quad is not on.
Yeah, I don't, only the goggles have to, because the first thing we have to do is connect to this server over here. Over there. And the quad doesn't need to be on for that. Oh,
Tarun
the USB wasn't plugged in all the
said,
way. That's why.
Yep.
I didn't have it pushed in all the way. Duh. I've memed for that. I'm stupid! I'm stupid! Okay, so this thing's fat and it didn't feel like it's plugged in. So you go to camera view. You see the 3 dots in the upper right hand corner. It says live streaming platform. You click that. And the only option is RTMP. So you click that. And you have your RTMP address. And that has to be the address of the computer that the server is on. And that's not your IP address. It's the local network address. So for me, it's always a 192.168 number. So it's like, I can show you guys because it's not my IP. It has to be in this format. Your local network address will be 192.168.something.something. Mine is 50.236. Yours will be dot something else and dot something else. But it has to be that, then /live/stream. If you don't do that, it will not work. Then you hit start live stream. And you're good to go. When you do that, what you see over here is the other client is connected. It'll say 2 clients. So then you have to take... So now you see that number, you know it's connected. Before, so you plug in your drone. You'll see it on your goggles. Then you have to open up a program like VLC. And you have to go to Media, Open Network Stream, because the network stream is now, because it's over your network, it's gonna, it's streaming from here. So you open Network Stream, you have to put in the same address. It has to be in the format that it was on your phone. And then you hit play and it will pick up your video signal. It's that simple. That's all you have to do. So the only other thing you have to do is download Mona server. It's MONA server, and just download it and install it. You'll unzip it into a directory. It'll look like this. There'll be an exe file. All you have to do is double click the exe and it's automatically going to be deployed on your network. That's all it takes. It's simple. Very simple. The only reason why we had difficulty a minute ago is because I'm an idiot and I didn't have the freaking USB cable plugged in all the way. Come on. You're wondering what I'm always annoyed with.
Andrew at 7YA.
Every time I try to swipe up on this DJI
cool.
app, I can never grab it. And it fucking drives me nuts. Because I want to exit out of the program. Yeah, I mean, that's how you do it. I cannot fathom why other people don't do it. I mean, if you're streaming and you fly and I don't know. I don't get it. So I started streaming my HD0 flights, and I didn't have the O3 goggles.
Tarun.
And then eventually I bought them, and I was like, I want to do the same thing, and I figured it out.
To know how others do.
NGINX, I'll have to look that up. Was it It's also low was it you know, like nice and crisp signal? Open source web server software used for reverse proxy load balancing and caching. Nice. I don't imagine that. I think they're all going to be relatively the same. I don't imagine that you know, what is it? NGINX is necessarily going to be better than Monoserver, but it would be marginal, I think, at best. It's really about
Andrew at 7YA.
Your network.
Said, I gotta go do some work. Very cool finding your stream. I subbed. Will definitely be back.
Thank you. I appreciate you hanging out. And now let's have Tootie say bye.
Midnight Jesus.
Hey Tootie, say bye to our buddy Andrew What 7Y. He subbed on YouTube. He's glad to have found the stream. This is my old version of the bot. He's a lot slower. The round trip takes forever. And also because I have TTS Monster like in the
Andrew
cloud.
What 7YA. Is it time to bid farewell already? Too bad. We were just getting to the good part. Thanks for subbing and glad you found us. You're now a certified member of this mad gaming circus.
Hell yeah.
Spend your newfound freedom wisely and remember,
we game here
there's always a seat waiting
well.
for you here. Until next time, my friend.
Well said, Tootie. Yeah, we do. So some of the things we do random shit on stream. We vibe code stuff. We play games. I fly drones and whatnot. Like let's go over to the streaming desktop for anybody popping in. Later, man. So the new version of Tootie, I'll run the new version of Tootie real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. All right, so hold on. Is there anything I have to remember with the new version of Tootie? Let me. Oh yeah, I gotta pause the music because we haven't fixed that bug yet. So okay. So the version of Tootie you guys are used to hearing has the really nice voice, and I'll repeat it again over here, just so you can hear. You know, this is the TTS Monster Plankton voice.
This is a test message.
And then we can say like
fuck yeah, everybody.
And then
I just pooped my pants.
You did? Okay. So this uses like most of this version of Tootie is in the cloud. So this version of Tootie uses StreamerBot with some custom code that runs here. And there's the custom code. It's got my API key, so we're gonna move past that. And then it uses Streamer. So it uses these two in conjunction. It goes, you know, like there's a request. Like I talk to Tootie, he records my voice, so it's programmed to listen, and then it goes to the Whisper API in the cloud, changes my voice to text. It then sends that text to the Chat Completions API for OpenAI for ChatGPT 4.0, generates a response. It then with Chat Completions, it has memory, so Tootie actually has memory, and then it spits it out. It heads my way. But we need to change his text back into a voice. So then it goes to the free version of TTS Monster, which I have connected with SpeakerBot over here. And I use the Plankton voice. And then that goes out to this cable, virtual audio cable. And then that goes to OBS. And OBS has a virtual audio cable output that's tied to the drawing of Tootie that I made and with the mouth animations that I made. And it ties in with a plugin that blends the mouth animations for when words stop and start. So it like he opens his mouth like a puppet. So that's the virtual audio cable part. So the TTS monster output goes into the virtual audio cable and he goes blah, 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 blah. And he talks. So that's how that works. So that's the current version. And the current version of Tootie is pretty much all in the cloud. And yes, the reason why he has a unique behavior is because there's a unique behavior prompt that's part of the custom code, et cetera, et cetera. So that's this version of Tootie involves StreamerBot, SpeakerBot, and then everything in the cloud. In the overall travel time is like, it can be like 18 seconds. Now, this new version of Tootie, the travel time, meaning it's not traveling because the only thing the new version is doing is I still find that GPT-4o is the best for having like a lively personality. So that's still done in the cloud, but everything else is done locally. I have a vision model, like it can look at it can see what I'm doing. It can listen to what I'm doing. It can, and that's locally. And then it does a voice conversion locally as well. So 3 things. And then it can also do internet searches, which the old one couldn't do. But anyway, so when I say travel time, I mean like the round trip, how long does it take to get a response? Like, I say something to get a response. It's about 18 seconds with the old version of Tootie, depending. In the new version, with a fast enough initial voice model, it's like 4 to 5 seconds, a lot faster. But this version you're going to see is going to be slow, which I'll explain in a minute. And here's why. So let's do. Let's run him and I'll say a few things to him. And the voice is going to sound weird and not good. It's not going to sound like Plankton at all. There's a reason for that. I'll explain that. We got a lot of debug shit running. Don't lay down there, Benson. It's too slippery. Oh. I don't want my dog to slip. Lay down, bud. Come here. It's firing up right now. It's going to take a minute because it's got to load everything. Once it runs, it'll keep working. It's going to do a test. Here, we'll go here. No, we'll leave it here so you guys can see the shit running. The first time you fire it up always takes longer. Here, lay down, bud. Benson's underneath my feet, and he's like...
Initialization test. Direct 24 kilohertz output.
Okay, ignore that. And it's going to be slow and annoying. Hey, buddy, what's going on, man? How you feeling today, Tootie?
Well, if it ain't a classic blend of chaos and cheer. Much like sidestepping a multiplayer buggy hit, right? I'm feeling as sharp as a level up notification. Ready for more of life's quirky quests. What's buzzing in your world today?
Okay, now I can just keep talking with them fluidly back and forth, but so one of the bugs we got to work out is it's really slow, and the reason why we're not using the Plankton voice is because it's got to be fed into another voice model, which I'll explain. Gonna grab some breakfast. Sounds good, man. Thanks for hanging. So let me open this up so you can, because we're gonna show off the vision stuff too, but oop, did I open the right thing? Yes, I did. All right, it'll take a second. All right, there we go. All right, the reason why I have this is because I want Tootie to look at this. Okay, so first of all, The voice sounded slow. It doesn't sound like Plankton. We have to work out the bug for it being slow. And it took a while because the whole deal with it is running a custom voice model is very difficult. I've been fucking around with this for like a week and a half, and it's really hard. So before I get into that, I'm going to show you a faster version. Like, watch. So let's go. Oops. Okay, let's run this version of Tootie. Watch how fast this is. And we're just going to talk back and forth in this one. Oh, I'm in the wrong environment. 1 second. Whoopsie, there we go. Now it'll work. It'll take a minute. What do you see?
This image shows a website dedicated to Mario. It features Mario and Luigi with a background of bricks and coins. The text welcomes visitors to the official home of Mario and provides a button to meet Mario. The layout is bright and colorful, typical of the Mario franchise's aesthetic.
Speaking of Mario, what's your favorite Mario game? On which console?
A question of taste as refined as a Goomba stomp. Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch takes the crown for me. Not only does it bring out a whole new world of hat-tossing and sandbox glory, but it also packs in the nostalgia with its nods to the classics. It's like Mario went on a world tour and brought back gameplay souvenirs. What's your top pick in the Mushroom Kingdom lineup?
I'm going to have to say Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo, but how about what's your favorite all-time Nintendo game?
Solid choice. Super Mario World is a bona fide classic, packed with platforming perfection. When it comes to my ultimate favorite Nintendo game, I'm giving the nod to The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. It's an open-world wonderland that lets you live out your adventuring dreams with a whole lot of discovery and epic battles. It's the kind of game that makes me wish I had thumbs. What's your all-time favorite?
Later, Emperor. Thanks for hanging, man. Yeah, so basically this version of 2D GPT is a lot faster. And then the other version, the difference is when I feed this voice into the trained voice model we did, it's very flat. So I'll show you, this is the problem I was talking about. So we're going to run RVC really quick on the other computer. And I'm going to show you the difficulty I've been having because the bot itself has awesome answers and it's very capable. It's been ready to go for 2 weeks. The voice model has been extremely difficult and it adds a lot of travel time to, you know, or like, I shouldn't say travel time, I should say compute time to like the pipeline. And hold on, let me take my batteries off the charger. There we go. I heard a shop notification. What's that for? All my 3D print stuff. Okay. So check it out. Here's what I'm going to show you. So the final step is to get an initial voice into our trained model, which is over here. And I'm going to show you how good this sounds and the difficulties with what's called prosody, which is, you know, a critical thing in human speech. Let me pick that index. Let me pick the example I pick every time, the good example, and then I'll explain to you the rest. Plank test, 2D test, copy as path, put that there. Okay. So this is, this model is speech in, speech out, not text in, speech out. So here's the initial. Hey, everybody, this is me, Tootie, and welcome to Midnight Jesus's random stream, where we fly drones, play video games, and do a bunch of random bullshit. So get over here. So that's me. Now, I trained this voice over like 1,000 epics on this 4090 on this other computer, and it came out beautiful. And then I did another version which is in like 150, and it was essentially the same. But here's the output.
Hey everybody, this is Tootie, and welcome to Midnight Jesus's random stream, where we fly drones, play video games, and do a bunch of random bullshit. So get over here.
Okay, so that sounds amazing, but but like I told you, this is speech to speech. So that means when we get a response from Tootie from ChatGPT, from the Chat Completions API, we need it to go to something that goes text to speech, and there is no text to speech engine that's like open source that sounds as good as what I just played. Only speech to speech engines sound that good. So I have to now have a middle layer in between this, what's called RVC, and my bot. And I've tried 3 different layers. I've tried Piper TTS, I've tried Koqui TTS, and I've tried Pi TTS X3. The problem with the one that you heard a few minutes ago is that there's no prosody. It's a robot, and it essentially talks like this. So when you input audio like this, the output is really bad. So let me give you an example. Let's give you bad output, which, let's see, is this output? City is in Koqui. That's, yeah, Koqui it's called, I guess. Wait, what? Okay, hold on, let me find.
Cool G-Raps.
All right, hold on.
All right, here's a lift. Bill Hicks, the philosopher.
Oh, geez, that's loud, bud. Can you not bark it?
You're trash.
You're trash, kid. No, not that one. Actually, this is a good example. I want to use Pi TTS X3 first.
The sweet.
No, but we'll use this one. We'll use this one. So you're trash, kid. Watch how bad this sounds.
You're trash, kid.
First of all, it's not, the input dictates the output, so it's in a female voice.
You're trash, kid.
So that fucks it up. And her prosody is not natural. You're a trash, kid. Nobody talks like that. They'd be like, you're trash, kid, or you're trash, kid, or whatever. So that's Piper TTS. All of it, all the prosody that it produces is garbage. Pi TTS X3, which is the super robotic one you heard, is even worse. I wish I had that example. I guess we could send it over. Let me do that real quick because it'll take 1 second, just so you can see. Wait, where are we? Oh wait, yeah, I gotta go to desktop because it's the other project. I think it's Bootstrap.
Solid choice, super.
There we go, yeah. Actually, I thought we put Bootstrap somewhere. Let me look on desktop. It might actually be in Plank Test. Yeah, oh no, we already have one. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so now here's that version. It sounds even worse. Ready?
You got it? Here's a gem to sign off with. I haven't slept for 10 days, because that would be too. Until next time, keep it real and full of laughs. Catch you on the next stream. Microphone sparkles.
Mike, okay, so
you got it?
Do you hear the difference in prosody there? That's even worse. So then I have like inputs like let's go here.
Ah, plankton.
Well, that one's gonna be too bad.
Now that's the dream.
That one sounds horrible. That's actually my
Bill Hicks,
voice.
the philosopher of comedy, once.
All right, let's pick this one. Okay, so this one has okay prosody. It's not great.
Bill Hicks, the philosopher of comedy, once said, listening to.
Okay, now let's listen to that one converted with the model that we trained.
Bill Hicks, the philosopher of comedy, once said, listening to everyone rave about something new is like following a path.
Okay, so you can hear that it's awful, and he now also sounds British. But if we go all the way back to my original example, with the one that I recorded in my own voice. Hey everybody, this is Tootie, and welcome to. We'll play that one again, and watch how great it sounds.
Hey everybody, this is Tootie, and welcome to Midnight Jesus' random stream, where we fly drones, play video games, and do a bunch of random bullshit. So, get over here.
See, that sounds really, really good. And if we compare that to the TTS monster version of Tootie, ready? Hey Tootie, why don't you just give a shout out to everybody in the chat right now? It takes a while. Because remember, this one's all in the cloud. Any day now, Tootie.
Well, aren't you the master of efficiency?
Yes.
All right, here goes nothing. A big old, sarcasm-laden shout-out to all the legends in chat right now. You're the real MVPs here. Keeping this ship afloat with your energy and wit. Game on, you crazy diamonds.
Well said, buddy. So now you compare that. That's TTS Monster, which is like a custom thing, probably trained on some custom neural net. I don't have the resources to do that. But if we look at this RVC model, listen, this sounds, you know, with the right prosody.
Hey everybody, this is Tootie, and welcome to Midnight Jesus' random stream, where we fly drones, play video games, and do a bunch of random bullshit. So, get over here.
Okay, so in terms of timbre, they're identical. So RVC is really good at that. But in terms of prosody, the one that I trained sounds better, but that's only because the input is coming from a human voice. And like I showed you before, if the input is coming from some other generated voice, the prosody is garbage. And that's what I'm running into. Because right now, Tootie sounds best when he's using TTS Monster. But it's so slow in the web. That's why, and just I've completely redone the Tootie project, and you know, above me here. And this is all like, instead of running custom code inside of StreamerBot and then spitting it from SpeakerBot to TTS Monster, blah, 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 I have entirely running all locally. I have Whisper running locally, the vision model running locally, and the voice conversion running locally. And then it just goes to ChatGPT-4 because I found that the behavior that I prompted for the system prompt gives the most personality out of any of the LLMs that I've tried. You need an LLM with like billions and billions and billions of parameters. You can't use like small parameter models like Llama 3. I tried that, and it's just his output. It's just not Tootie. You know what I mean? Like, this is Tootie. This is the bot that I made. And I had this shit a year and a half ago. I kind of like regret not developing it further back then. But anyway, here we are. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. So the technical challenge right now is I have a bot that is the version of Tootie that you just heard say hi to everybody in the chat is the old version. This version running in this window up here is the new version. It's got a much more sophisticated memory. It can do internet searches. It has vision, so it can actually look at this computer, and like you guys saw it describe Mario here. It can do all that. And there's like a lot of really subtle things I can do to make it more conversational. There's a lot that can be done, with this custom model that I have. But the limitation is if I want to run voice locally with RVC being superior, I need an in-between layer that has enough prosody to send to RVC. So let's run this version of Tootie again, and then I'm gonna run the second version of Tootie, the new the new version. This is like old version. We'll call this old version. New version. No. Old version is the one that you heard say hi in chat. So this is okay. That's version 1. This is version 2, and then I'll play version 3. So here's version 2. You're gonna hear it's just gonna sound plain. We got to fire it up. Takes a minute. But this one I can have fluid conversation with. Hey, buddy, we were talking about playing Hollow Knight, and I'm really itching to play it, especially before Silk Song comes out. Do you think I should play that, or do you think I should play Super Metroid?
The eternal dilemma of epic exploration, Hollow Knight or Super Metroid. If you're itching for atmospheric depth and a moody, intricate world with a sprinkle of melancholy, dive into Hollow Knight. It's a Metroidvania with a soul, and mastering it before Silk Song drops will have you primed for more bug-filled goodness. But let's not discount Super Metroid's timeless, pioneering prowess. If you'd like a pixel-powered nostalgia trip with tight, classic gameplay, that's your ride. Honestly, you can't lose with either, just depends on if you're feeling more like a knight or a bounty hunter today.
What do you see?
The image shows a web page about Hollow Knight. It features a section titled Descend into the Dark with a dramatic gameplay screenshot on the left. The description on the right invites players to explore a forgotten kingdom. Overall, the design uses dark and mystical themes.
Search the internet for Hollow Knight Silk Song release date.
Silk Song, the game that's starting to feel more mythical than a unicorn in a top hat.
Well said.
The r/Silk Song post you're referencing is filled with anticipation and a sprinkle of skeptic humor. While fans fervently chatter about potential release dates, as of now, April 29th is nothing more than a rumor rather than a firmly etched monument in digital stone. Keep an eye on official announcements from Team Cherry for any actual release dates. Until then, you can join the rest of us playing endless release date bingo. Who said waiting couldn't be entertaining, right?
I agree with you, buddy, but yeah, I think you're off on that. The release date, I think Nintendo kind of like leaked it. It's definitely going to happen sometime between September and Christmas, I heard.
The old Nintendo leak, the cornerstone of all gaming speculations. Well, if they whispered it, there's always that chance it might just solidify into truth before.
All right, I'm going to cut him out. Okay, so you get the point. He can do all kinds of cool shit. Now, the idea is that voice that you hear, you wouldn't be hearing that. That then gets sent to RVC, which is, you know, like what I was showing you over here. That gets sent to RVC, and then you hear a proper...
Hey, everybody, this...
You know, like a Tootie voice. But the problem, like I said, is prosody. So this version of Tootie doesn't have enough prosody, but the beauty of what... It's PyTTSX3 that's outputting that standard robotic voice, and it's fast. So that's the benefit of that. So now if you'll see it can take anywhere from 4 to like 8 seconds for the output. So now if we're sending that to RVC, it's going to add like another probably 4 seconds. So now we're talking, now each reply is going to be about 12 seconds long, which is still faster than old Tootie, but you know, it's the best we can do. And that's with 2 layers of voice. The current problem, and I have to drop out of this environment. Hold on. Oops. Did I? Oh, Jesus, I didn't type it right. All right, let's go on our other one. All right, we got to go to the right directory. All right. So now this is the V3 version of Tootie, which is using a TTS model that has way better prosody. That it's still not great, but it's way better. The bug we're running into now is that it's very slow. And it's taking a lot of like debugging to figure out why it's talking like this. But now the problem with this version is we got to cut down the time on this one, because this one takes like up to 18 seconds. Then if we're pushing that to RVC, that's going to be another 4. Then it's going to be even longer than the old version of Tootie. But let me just show you. And this one takes longer to fire up as well, but it doesn't matter because once he's running, I'd be able to talk to him fluidly all stream. So ignore that part of it. And you'll see a bunch of output here because we've had to do a lot of like debugging and, logging of shit. So this will take like I said, like if I were to run this, I would start this before the stream, and then you can just talk fluidly back and forth. So it's not like the amount of time it's taking for it to start up has nothing to do with the communication time. I call it travel time because it's like, because the old version of Tootie really does have travel time. It's all in the cloud. It'll output a test.
Initialization test. Direct 24 kilohertz output.
That's actually my voice with an accent. Hey, Tootie, what's going on? Didn't hear me. Watch how long this takes.
Alrighty then. Whenever you're ready to chat or tackle life's next mission, you know where to find me. Keep it smooth like a perfect drone flight.
I gotta say, your slow speech right now is very creepy, buddy. I don't like it at all. I gotta fix it.
Yikes, I hear you. Sounds like
17
things went a bit
seconds.
haywire. Kind of like when you're tweaking a drone and it's got a mind of its own. Let's get things smoothed out. I'm right here, ready when you've sorted the tech chaos and need some help or a distraction. Just let me know what's next.
Okay, creepy voice aside, the prosody is much better. So, but if we can get the total time way down, we're not in a bad place. But we're not in a great place because I want to show you. We're going to take that vocal sample. It looks like it's called 9996D980. We're going to go get that, find it. Hold on. It's here, 9996D. It's right here, right at the top. Okay. So I'm going to send that to myself. Drive. Let's go here. Because the other computer is running RVC right now. Let me modify it by right there. So it's just easier. And my network file sharing only works one way. It's really fucking annoying. So now look below. We're going to download that over here. Okay. The computer that you see all these windows on, is like on a 3080. This thing screen you see below is my gaming PC that's running on a 4090, and there's just too much overhead on the one computer. That's why I'm doing RVC over here right now. But let's copy as path, and I'll show you that response you just heard from Tootie will sound like this once it gets pushed through this really, really good model.
Yikes, I hear you. Sounds like things went a bit haywire. Kind of like when you're tweaking a drone and it's got a mind of its own. Let's get things smoothed out. I'm right here. Ready when you've sorted the tech chaos and need some help or a distraction. Just let me know what's next.
Okay, first of all, way better than the original, like, robotic version. It has more prosody. We got to pitch it up probably. Let me pitch it up one.
Yikes, I hear you. Sounds...
Let me pitch it up again.
Yikes, I hear you. Sounds like things went a bit haywire. Kind of like when you're tweaking a drone and it's got a mind of its own.
All right, it's really not too bad. It's not going to be as good as a human's prosody because there's no model that outputs that kind of, like, not right now, that's open source, that outputs that kind of dynamic speech. So this isn't bad, but you'll see that, like, the two hurdles I have now is this version of 2D V3 is using Kokwi. The travel time was 17 seconds we counted, which sucks. It's talking slowly and kind of inconsistently, and it's wavering through accents, and that's because Kokwi is a multilingual model, and it takes the test speech, which I'll show you what the test speech, this is called the one-shot model. RVC over here, over there is it's one-shotting on a sample using training data that's indexed. The Kokwi model is not really doing the same thing. But anyway, wait, what? Hold on a second. What was I just doing? I totally fucking forgot. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the input. The input model is this. This technology allows for some truly amazing possibilities in voice synthesis. That's just me saying that. That's really me saying that. And then this is...
Yikes, I hear you. Sounds like things went a bit haywire.
So my sample apparently is not long enough for the model to understand that I have an American accent, that I have like an upper Northeast American accent. And so my sample is... This technology 5 seconds long. So I might need to do 10 seconds, but still, I speak very clearly. It's a very high quality sample. This technology allows for some truly amazing possibilities in voice synthesis. I wish there was like a specific like paragraph I could utter to make it more. I can't believe they don't have that. It should be a thing. But anyway, you know, considering they build these models and train them, like on so much data, you'd think that there would be an ideal paragraph to read on a one-shot model. But anyway, so that's the input. If I put other inputs, it gets worse. So what we need to do is we need to bake out the slowness, which I still can't figure out, and we need to bake out the accent, because if it's slow and has an accent and we put it into 2D or into RVC...
Yikes, I hear you. Sounds like things went a bit haywire. Kind of like when you're tweaking a drone and it's got a mind of its own. Let's get things smoothed out. I'm right here.
It just has this hint of like a British voice. But if we can't cut down the time from 17 seconds to like 6, I might just have to use TTS Monster. Because I think the only other option is like fucking like training, like a custom neural net. I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't think I can vibe code that. Maybe, It's not going to be super familiar with doing that. It's not the training data's on, like, most of the vibe coding that LLMs do is on Python, because that's mainly what it's trained on. It sucks at like everything else. And even at Python, it's like it gets things wrong all the time and you have to like prompt it into eternity. But yeah, like I'm assuming TTS Monster is using some multi-GPU custom solution. So, you know, I could build a custom solution and then try to like, like, what am I going to do? Buy a server rack and put in 5 GPUs? That's a little too much for the project. But that's a crossroads where we're at. If we can get the time, the time to producing the Kokui model down to like 6 seconds max, then I'd be comfortable feeding it into RVC and having it be an extra 3 seconds. That's a tall order. I think even if I ran this on the 4090 on the other computer, which would kind of screw gaming. Like if we're just doing retro gaming, it wouldn't matter. But if we're doing, like anything intensive, I'm not going to be able to run 2D on that computer. So that's why I like everything on my streaming computer. So it's difficult. It's like the bot has been ready for 2 weeks now. It's just the voice is the most difficult component. And the training over here was really easy. I used, let's find it, Plankton training. So I plopped, all you need to train it on RVC is about 15 minutes of audio. I plopped audio from a video game, a SpongeBob SquarePants video game, into DaVinci Resolve, and I cleaned it up. I cut out all the dead space, all the weird noises, because you obviously don't want like, you're training it on words. It's not good with like noises and shit. So this took a little while, so you got to prep the data.
Chased by the very patty that I sought to catch. The sweet, depressing defeats all. I meant to do that.
So it's actually 12 and a half minutes, but that was still enough. So you have to prep the data right. But as long as you do that, training, it's easy. I on a 4090, you're gonna have a lot more luck. I just sample rates 40K. It's a little lighter. You want pitch guidance. You want it on version 2. You just crank the number of CPU cores you're using. Then you can just leave this alone. You leave that alone because you're only training on 1 GPU. You'll want RMVPE GPU because that's going to use your CUDA cores, which is for GPU acceleration. It's going to produce a better model, and it runs in parallel. And then your save frequency, honestly, with the 4090, I trained it on 1,000 epochs, and then I did one on 150, and the 151 sounded almost pretty much the same. So you do like 150 epochs, and you save every like 10. And you build up a little bit of data, but you just delete the unused epochs you don't need at the end. You definitely want final model in the weights folder because you want because you want an index file, because that's going to make it way faster for inference. And that's it. You hit one-click training. It should take, I don't know, 10 minutes. Actually, 150 epochs took like 4 on a 4090. 1,000 epochs takes 20 minutes, but you don't need that many. And that's it. You know what I mean? And then you go over to model inference. You have your index file here. You have the path of the audio file you want to use.
Ready when you've sorted the...
Which was this weird one. Normally the transpose, you just have it 0. And you want to make sure it's on RMVPE for GPU acceleration. You don't have to touch any of this, and you just convert it, and it does it. So we're going to be doing the same thing on the streaming computer. is the final like stage. So we have the proper Tootie voice. Because annoyingly, the voice that I chose, the Plankton voice, really does feel like Tootie. Now I can't hear another voice. It just feels like it's not the same. So anyway, that's our current hurdle. And I just, because right now it's 17 seconds of time to process or to get the output. Adding another 4 is 21, and it's too long because, as it is, when I talk to old Tootie, I'm just sitting there and then I have to make the joke any day now, buddy, but 21 seconds is worse. So then it's just awkward silence for I just do something else and then he pipes in and then I look over and I'm like, oh, you're going to respond. It's just it's weird. It's not fluid. So the only semi-fluid version of Tootie that I can make right now is the one with Pi TTS X3 that sounds like a terrible robot. So it's sort of like a two-part problem. One, it would be a custom solution, which is going to be very difficult. And two, it's kind of a processing thing. If I had a fucking, server bank of 4 GPUs, I think we'd be good to go. But I don't have like $14,000 to spend on on Tootie's voice. Even if I had a second 4090, you just can't get them. But there's this computer, this computer is a 3080, and the computer over here is a 4090. This one right here. So even if it was a 4090, that would help, especially because I run so many things on this computer. Like I have, like when the code is running, I have that running, which takes GPU resources. I have this running. I have a browser above, which you can't see. I have, music that I play. Then I have OBS. And then I'm running StreamerBot and SpeakerBot as well, which are right here. Because if somebody subs or whatever, there's the alerts and all that stuff. And then sometimes I'm even running Ableton when I play music. So this computer is sufficiently strained. But like I said, that's neither here nor there, really. I just need a better GPU. And I need a custom software solution if we can't cut down the travel time. So that's a lot of words for Tootie the AI. But yeah. So like I said, this would have been ready 2 weeks ago if not for this difficult voice issue. Kind of frustrating. I do have a Benny update. Maybe I could show you a little bit of that. My animated project I will be deploying soon. I really got to finish the script on this.
Hello, future fans. My name is Benny Blabs, and this year I set out on a noble quest to win YouTube 2025. I thought there was a trophy. I trained for this. I bought a whistle. I made a spreadsheet, but turns out that's not how this works. Apparently, there's no contest to win YouTube, which is rude. I had a victory speech and everything. So, this is my video on how to win YouTube 2025, I guess.
So, Benny, I'm going to be doing a video like a tongue-in-cheek video on how to win YouTube 2025. It's like there's all those. The idea is, how do you blow up on YouTube in 2025? So it's going to be Benny and his dumbass, explaining how to do that, or not explaining how to do that. Anyway, Yeah, this is my Benny puppet. He can, you know, he can do all kinds of shit. Angry eyebrows, sad eyebrows, blinks. What he blinks according to my emotes. He it's a puppet. Like if I turn the camera on and then I talk through it, I got to get the webcam over there, but basically he, you know, I can make him talk and move and shit. He's a man in the know, very hip with it. Of course he is. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I started the script for that, but I didn't finish it. So that's the Benny project. I could actually put a voice to him and make him an AI too. I might do that at some point just for fun. Rigorous notes. Yes, if you want to win YouTube 2025, you got to talk to Benny. Shit, what? He's got different, it's cool all the things I could do with him. But this is a lighter version that the animator made for me. Oh, I got to get rid of a lighter version the animator made for me because the other one was like crippling my computer. I love that face. That's funny. Oops. And then he did these cool swaps for like, so we can do this. Hi, YouTube. You know. Got to fix that space right there, but I think just put a ball on it. So like if it's out here, we just put a ball here. Or just, you know, connect it closer. Not light on that smoke. No, not at all. Oh yeah, also, he can do, there's a motion library. So he can like do Gangnam Style. Oops, I'm hitting stop instead of none. Well, let me calibrate. There we go. We can actually turn the music back on now. He can fight. That one's not working well. Fight idle. Might need to fix his arms there. Oh, now it looks like he's touching himself. Crouch walk. That's funny. Catwalk. Hey, sexy lady. He's bobbing and weaving here, apparently. Apparently. Can he jump? Heavy jump? I don't know why he's sideways like that. Hop forward. Okay, he's hopping sideways. Sports. Goalkeeper pass. What the fuck? Crouch. Super Greg. Nobody gets that reference. Let's do one more. Gesture. Petting animal. Uh-oh. That one could be dirty. Swat? Oh, he's swatting it like a fly. I mean, I'd rather just go like... Anyway, I need to get a second webcam because this webcam right here, I basically plug into my other computer so I can use that to track my movements for Benny, but I don't have two of them, so I gotta buy another one. It's cheap, so might as well do that. Might as well do that. I think that's pretty much it. I think I gotta eat, but oh, Jeremy, did Did you see the horrifying new version of Tootie? Did you catch any of that explanation? How I have like, you know, the two new versions and there's like difficulties with both. Okay. I'll show you the new Tootie. But the long and short is that the bot in terms of like what its capabilities has been ready for like 2 weeks. The big hang up, like I told you, is the voice. I've gone through PyTTS X3, Piper TTS, and Kokwi, and each one was a pain in the ass to implement. And those are the first layer because they go text to speech, and then the speech has to go to RVC because RVC is only speech to speech. So it's 2 layers. And prosody is the problem. So our really well-trained model that you've heard a million times, it sounds like really, really excellent. Let me show you what it sounds like with poor prosody. With poor prosody, it sounds like this. And I'll transpose it up a couple because it's going to be too low.
You got it? Here's a gem to sign off with. I haven't slept for 10 days, because that would be too long. Until next time, keep it real and full of laughs.
Okay.
Catch you on the next stream. Microphone sparkles.
Microphone spark. I love that. That version of him says the emotes, which I never bothered to fix. Anyway, so that version uses PyTTS X3, and it's very, very fast, but the output has garbage prosody. So when you put garbage in, garbage out. When you put garbage into the RVC model, you get garbage out. Exactly. So then Kokwi, which is the version I'm going to show you in a minute, will show you a sample from that. And the sample plays too slowly.
Yikes, I hear you.
That's my voice for a one-shot sample, by the way, which I'll explain in a minute, but
like things went a bit haywire. Kind of like when you're tweaking a drone and it's got a mind of its own. Let's get things smoothed out. I'm right here, ready when you've sorted the tech chaos. And
first of all, it sounds British, which is annoying. But the prosody is, even though it's not great, it's much, much better than PyTTS X3. So when we get that output, it sounds like this. And we got to transpose it up. We'll put it to 3, actually.
Yikes, I hear you. Sounds like things went a bit haywire. Kind of like when you're tweaking a drone and it's got a mind of its own. Let's get things smoothed out. I'm right here, ready when you've sorted the tech chaos and need some help or a distraction. Just let me...
Okay, the problem with that one is the speed's fucked up, and I haven't worked out that bug yet. In the accent, because it's a multi-language model, the sample I gave it clearly was not long enough, but it says like 5 to 10 seconds. So I'll have to do a 10-second sample because the sample I gave it is me, which sounds like this. This technology allows for some truly amazing possibilities in voice synthesis. But the sample isn't long enough for the model to know that it's looking to clone an American accent. So it's going all over the place, plus the weird slowness. But it does have better prosody. So if we can get... the problem right now is travel time. So let's just show you how long it takes. This is the Kokwi version without RVC. The firing up of it is going to take like a minute, but that's irrelevant. It's about, once it's running, how long does it take? Because obviously you only fire it up once per stream. So this part will take a minute, but this doesn't matter. So we'll wait, and then I'll just chat back and forth with it. And it can still, it's going to do a sample. It can still read like what's going on the screen. We can do all that stuff, so it can still see. Fucking Windows. All right, it's almost ready. Here's the sample. It's about to play.
Initialization test. Direct 24 kilohertz output.
That's just so we know it's working. Hey, what's going on? I think, what did we last talk about? I can't remember.
Hey, no sweat.
15
We were on
seconds.
about flying drones on stream and then got into a little mix-up between limericks and limericks. Might have been a slight snag in the tech wires there, but I'm all sorted out now. What's next on your agenda?
Not much. I'm just explaining how you work, buddy, because you're some custom code for this crazy AI bot I'm making.
Ah,
17
peeling
seconds.
back the layers of my AI circuitry, huh?
Yeah, it
Just
really
like
does.
dissecting a drone build, you've got a curious mind. I'm here, all geared towards spitting out wisdom and sarcasm in equal measure. Whatever you're unraveling, let me know if you hit a tangled wire.
Okay, shut that down. So the problem with this one is, remember, that's running locally. The first few seconds is the travel time to OpenAI. So we could shave about 3 off that. So when I say 15 seconds, it's really 12. When I say 17, it's 14. But still, it's much longer, but it is better in terms of prosody. The reason why it sounds so fucked up and creepy is because there's an issue with the speed. And there's usually just a tweak where you can change the speed multiplier, and it literally is not working. Not sure why. So that's kind of like the issue. Yeah, that's an easy fix though. But the Xanax thing should be an easy fix, I mean. So that's the problem isn't the Xanax sound, the problem is how long it's taking to spit it out in the first, or to produce it. So I stopped counting once he started his utterance. So it was like 12 to 15 seconds of waiting until he even says something. If we can cut that down to 4 seconds, then we're in business, and then I will send it to RVC. If not, I might just have to use TTS Monster. I don't know. But like I said, this Coqui model is running locally. All this stuff, the only thing that's not local is ChatGPT. And that's because I tested a bunch of LLMs against ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has the best personality for a robot. The only things that come close are fucking the 128 billion parameter models, which I can't run on the computer. So I'd have to run that in the cloud anyway. So or I would have to have a crazy GPU cluster to run a 128 billion parameter model. I tried Llama 3, which I could run locally, and it sucks. It's boring. It's not like, it doesn't really listen to the behavior prompt properly. It's all like happy-go-lucky, like, oh, yay, oh, let's have fun and sunshine and sparkles, and it's stupid. It sucks. You need a really large parameter model is the thing. But like I said, the rest of it's running locally, so that 12 to 15 seconds is on my end because Coqui is not fast. PyTTS X3 is fast and RVC is fast, and together they're faster than Coqui, but the output is going to suck. I need Coqui into RVC. Hopefully I can get Coqui down to about a 4-second compute time. I'm not worried about the slowness and the weird accent. That'll be fixed eventually. It'll be annoying, but it's going to be fixed. If we can't do that, it's just, it's kind of not worth it to run a local model, I guess, unless there's something else. But like I said, I tried Piper, I tried PyTTS X3 and Coqui. And then inside of Coqui, I've tried Vits. Like Coqui is almost like this TTS hub where you can use other models inside of it. So I like Vits is my only other option. I tried that. It sucked. It's just it's not like it's not looking good. I gotta like I don't know. I gotta think of something outside the box. I gotta think outside the box. There's a trope for you. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm stuck. It has vision like, and I haven't even tweaked the bot is awesome and I haven't tweaked it yet. There's so many subtle things I can do to make it just more clever, but at least it's conversational. So I think that's cool. I don't like there's plenty of like there's Tortoise TTS and its name implies that it's slow and it is. So that ain't happening. There's no other TTS model I could really use. I think NVIDIA has one. It's going to produce essentially the same results. So I don't know. I gotta deep dive. I gotta do some research, and see if maybe there's some completely custom solution I can do on my own. I don't know. But it's been hours and hours of fucking around with this. And the biggest problem is, one of the hardest things is not that the code gets fucked up, but the dependencies that you need installed, it's like this tangled web of if you have this one installed, this one needs to be installed. But if you take this one out, then this one doesn't work. And it's so fucking annoying. And then it's oh, this one works on Python 3.10. Oh shit. But now you're using a model that works better on 3.12. And then it doesn't have and then it needs these dependencies. And these dependencies aren't updated 3.12. Downgrade your whole project to 3.11 or 3.10. Then you get it there. And then you get a whole new set of dependencies. The dependencies, in other words, the install packages that you need to get all the shit working are arguably the most annoying part. They take the longest because the LLMs aren't super up to date on what works the best with, it's just, I guess it's not used to that. So it's no, it's a logic problem. Oops. I keep bumping into my, hold on. I keep bumping into my my mic cord and it fucks up the volume. Anyway. Yeah, so the dependency thing is a nightmare. But right now, here's where we are. And I use the vibe coding thing doesn't work too great. Vibe coding is where you run a model like Codex and then it just does it for you. Or Windsurf. I tried Windsurf and that sucks. The system that I've come up with is way less frustrating because okay, so a lot of the vibe coding that people do, they're make me a drone simulator, make me Flappy Bird, make me something like that. And believe it or not, if I put Gemini 2.5 Pro in Windsurf, it's gonna do great at that. But believe it or not, my bot project is more complicated in terms of all of its inner workings. And so if you have a slightly more complicated project than just to one-shot me a stupid little game or one-shot me a fucking website, which is cake, the vibe coding interfaces suck ass for that. They just don't do well. So my current method, sometimes I'll use Codex to clean up the code and then just do that on its own. But I basically copy paste back and forth, and then when one model hits a roadblock, I'll go to O3, which is the best helium. I'll go to O3. It's gonna take forever to load. I'll go to O3, and then we'll do that, and then I'll go to Claude, and then I go back and forth, and sometimes I'll use Codex in O3 or I'll use Codex in Gemini 2.5 Pro in conjunction with one another because these tend to give better instructions than when Codex goes ham. So yeah, I don't vibe code because I guess I'm not technically vibe coding because I am aware of how the project works. And you know, like things that need fixing and things that it's doing wrong. And that's how I originally made Tootie. So vibe coding still doesn't really work for making Tootie. What's up, Shadow? How are you? Let's have new Tootie say hi. Or old Tootie, I mean. Hey, Tootie, say hi to Shadow Monarch in YouTube chat. Let me get a drink. Where's my drink? Any day now, buddy. You're taking forever. What do I pay you for?
Hello up there, Shadow Monarch. Feels like you're in the royal box of this gaming theater. As for your drink, let me guess you left it in the other room again, didn't you? Typical. Better go find it before we dive into the next round. Lord knows you'll need it with the chaos that's about to ensue.
I found my drink, buddy. It was sitting in front of my 3D printer. So all is good. I'm now hydrated. See, conversation is much less fluid with the old version of Tootie.
Ah, the old drink by the 3D printer trick. Classic move. Now that you're all hydrated, maybe your gaming skills will improve. Or at the very least, your excuses might get more creative. Let's see how this goes, shall we?
God. Tootie is custom. Custom graphics, custom code. And we're working on a more advanced version over here. But we've hit a roadblock with because I'm running that version of Tootie you just heard runs in the cloud, and this version of Tootie above me here is running like we'll say half in the cloud and a half locally. Yeah, that's this is my 3D printer right here. Oh, by the way, that's a screen. Shouldn't be there. There. Yeah, it's custom. It's a technical mess right now. Speaking of 3D printer, Jeremy. I put that on the back burner. My first print was shit because I had the exposure time too high. So I got to fix that. And then I've been trying to figure out what to do for my first project. And slicing for resin is a fucking nightmare, and I hate it. Oh my God. I hate it. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. But yeah, and I'm waiting for some more prop stuff to come in. But this is the resin I'm using. Creator Tough. It actually, it really does make a really tough product. Message retracted. Why did that happen? Were you trying to post a link or something? Let's play music for a minute. Yeah, I don't know why it said message retracted. Anyway, oh, you spelled something wrong? Oh, you deleted it. Okay, I see. So how did you find the stream? I do all kinds of things on stream. We do random stuff with AI. I actually play games, and I fly drones live too. if you're not sure what that means, I'll show you. Oh, my new van. Oh, did he? The 3D printing? It is pretty cool. Yeah, so I fly live, and it basically looks like this. Like I fly outside. I sit in my house, and I fly around the house like that. Let's move it ahead. Maybe where I do a tree dive. Here, like I fly from inside the house like this. Then we fly around the yard and do crazy shit. Flips and flops and rolls, and it's fun. My favorite thing to do, hands down, is to dive the trees, because they're like, oh, hey, bud. Oh, Benson wants to come in. Say hi to my pup. I gotta move this. Hold on. I'm sorry, bud. Come here. Want to say hi? Benson Cam. Benson Cam. Come here, bud. Hey. Turn around. Benson Cam. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Oh. But you don't. He sees himself. No. He thinks it's another dog. Oh boy, are we gonna drop? Did I do a dive yet? I just love doing it. It makes you feel like a bird. Looks like a mushroom cloud in the background. Oh yeah, I must have. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, it wasn't really. I like to dive the trees. Anyway. Yeah, I do a bunch of random stuff. Anyway, so yeah, the new version of 2D is a difficult project. The old version's like, the new version's much more fluid. I want the speed of the new one, but we need the voice that I trained, and it's just, it's difficult. Benson, stop whining, bud. This is the voice I trained. It sounds really good.
Hey everybody, this is Tootie, and welcome to Midnight Jesus's...
It's transposed too high. Let's fix that.
Hey everybody, this is Tootie, and welcome to Midnight Jesus's random stream, where...
That voice sounds so good. I want to use that, but we need the right prosody input. Yes, I'm the only one that's working on it. I'm just using AI to help me code. I'm not strictly vibe coding though, because I'm actually like I know how the project works, and I'm not just letting it go ham because it would be a mess. So I'm organizing I'm choosing what we're using. I'm choosing the components. I'm organizing it. I'm the one who's planned out, the features. And then there's particular constraints on it, blah, 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 blah. And then over here, over on this computer, I trained a custom model that we will eventually use. It's a whole thing, but I don't know how to program. I made like 2D's, the original version of 2D, the one that said hi to you, has been around for, I keep saying 1.5 years, but it's actually 2 years. It's like 2 years. He's like 2 years old, I think. Like 2023, I came up with the idea. So, and I only slowly evolved him. I added memory to him. Like I waited a long time to do that. I just didn't, it was a clever little thing, and I left it, and now I'm trying to develop it further. But yeah, it's like I could have done Like Piper TTS X3 or Piper TTS is like 2 years old. I think Kokai V1 is a couple years old. I could have done like most of the stuff I'm doing 2 years ago. I just was like lazy about it. So it would have been, you know, kind of ahead of the crowd at the time. I guess it still is because nobody really has custom bought. I'm sure somebody's selling them somewhere or something, but I made it from start to finish, including the graphics. This beautiful coif, this Kramer coif. No, but normally he doesn't wear clothes. I'll show you. Normally it looks like this. Normally Tootie is he's just a potato. But we put a Big Lebowski sweater and a Kramer coif on him because we can throw on different costumes because it's funny. Thank you. Yeah, it's I always thought it was cool. I just like I wish it, you know, gained me some YouTube notoriety, but you know, I guess it didn't. I did some clips and stuff back in the, you know, like back in the day. Like I had him, you know, he games with me, so like in my shorts, like for example. Oh. Huzzah! What do you think? Hold on, let me start over. Beat Link's Awakening on Switch. Huzzah! What do you think? He takes forever to respond. Oh my god, what an asshole. He's already got it.
Congratulations. You managed to beat a game that's been out for over 2 decades. Truly an impressive feat. I'm sure your victory will go down in the annals of gaming history.
He's such a jerk.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be over here not being impressed.
Really? And then we had like poem about Cyberpunk.
We're gonna play Cyberpunk 2077 today. Why don't you write a poem about it?
Ah, Cyberpunk 2077, a game so hyped with glitches and bugs, it left us feeling wiped. Get through all the chaos, we yearn to embrace Night City's allure, a dystopian chase.
That's pretty damn good. All right, join me. We're gonna.
Then I did.
Hey Tootie, we're unboxing the MetaQuest 3 tonight. What do you think about that?
Oh, you bet I'm beyond thrilled to unbox the MetaQuest 3 VR headset.
He's in the worst spot.
I mean, who wouldn't be ecstatic about tearing open a cardboard box and pulling out a piece of plastic? It's like Christmas morning, except instead of presents,
little
it's
shit.
just a really expensive piece of tech. But sure, excitement is radiating out of me. Can't you tell?
The pause. Can't you tell?
All right, join me 10:30 p.m.
Oh yeah. And I thought that was cool. Playing
Shadow Monarch
beats.
said,
I did.
You should play Cyberpunk.
I have beaten about 110 games on stream. I started in 2020 and I was very inconsistent with it, but we played all kinds of shit. You know, I had a list somewhere, but like, you know, I beat Hollow Knight a couple times, Super Metroid a couple times, Metroid Dread, Breath of the Wild, you know, we've done a bunch of Nintendo. I've done so much shit. Cyberpunk and fucking, I can't even remember. I've played so many goddamn games I can't remember.
Shadow Monarch
Yokai Watch? No,
said,
I have not.
have you ever paid Yokai Watch?
I do a lot of Metroidvanias though too. We beat Katana Zero and honestly I wish I could remember. I used to play Warzone all the time. Fortnite, Warzone, but yeah. I don't have a lot of like, we played Elden Ring. I never beat that. It's like the one game I think I never finished on stream. Every other game I started, I finished. I really want to find my list because it's like I can name like 10 games that I beat, but I literally beat like 110 games. What the fuck? My brain. I play a lot of like, I've played so many indie games too. But I just, lately, I haven't really been gaming much. I've been flying drones and talking about the AI and stuff, but we did do some obscure Super Mario Brothers tricks the other day. we have a current playthrough of A Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. So I haven't beat that yet, but that's something I've been playing. I was doing that last week. But I'm just not consistent with it.
Shadow Monarch said, "What's your favorite band for drones?"
My favorite band, I don't follow. For my favorite band for drones, what does that mean? I have to actually eat soon. I know the delay is there's probably a big delay on stream. I don't know why, but like the delay on YouTube always seems to be like, sometimes it's like a solid minute and a half. Wish there was something I could do about that, but I'm streaming it like 10,000 bit rate. So I don't think it's me. Well, I'm at 80
Shadow
8,000
Monarch
right now.
said,
"Oh, I should have
"Sorry,
known."
brands."
I was like, "Band, drone, brand." Sorry, I haven't eaten. I need to eat.
Chewy 13 said,
What up, Chewy?
"Man, I just made a video of me ripping just now."
On your channel? I don't really go by brands, Shadow. I build my own drones. The drones that I fly are, you know, like custom.
Chewy 13 said,
So they,
"Yes."
like, you know, I built that. I do use a DJI 04 air unit inside for the video, but I fly acro, so it's not like, you know, like DJI drones, they kind of like,
Shadow
oh
Monarch
shit, I didn't realize we broke.
said, "Okay."
Yeah, we fly
13
acro, so it's like,
said,
you know, it doesn't do anything for
"I
you.
got Frankenstein quads myself."
Frankenstein, yeah, exactly. That's what I got. They're Frankenstein quads. And by the way, I just realized one of the supports that goes over to the duct is broken. So finally, this Mobula frame is showing some wear. Let's check out Chewy's flight 27 minutes ago. Does this got music? Yeah, it does. Okay, let me pause the music. This is Chewy's flight. He posted it 27 minutes ago. Prime, it's called. I'm so freaking thirsty. I just realized when I trippied and smashed into the road, that's probably when I broke that duct. Wait, Chewy, what drone is this? There's just something about flying around trees that just feels like, makes you feel like a bird. I mean, just being in the air makes you feel like a bird, but I don't know, it's just like, I like trees.
Chewip 13 said, "The Baytap Pro 75 BNF04 Air Unit Light." Chewip
nice.
13 said, "Yes, I love trees." Chewip 13 said, "I'm a tree hugger."
Same. Nice. It's hard to fly under cars. Because all you got to do is just slightly flip that throttle and you fucking smash right into the undercarriage.
Shadow Monarch said, will you use your drone tomorrow?
I will. See, just skimming the trees is so fun. It feels good, you know? Oh, you know, I forgot to play Dart Docs. Like, I'll do it again, but I'll show you.
Chili 13.
I gotta pull a tab up.
That sun helped out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shadow Monarch said, if you was an animal, what animal would you be?
It's a good question. Oh, nice. You have the practice gate. I gotta set. I want to build some this summer. Nice. I'm gonna show you when Dart Doc pops by. We gotta do this again, but hold on. If I was an animal, what animal would I be? I don't know. An owl? This is the baby turtle build that he was showing. This is pretty cool.
13.
He's got 3 of them.
What frame is that?
Baby turtle.
HD Baby Turtle V6.1, 1S version, 2-inch props.
So this is a 1S 2-inch.
1.5 millimeter thick.
Shadow Monarch said, I would be a bird.
And the 2S HD.
Hey, we're similar. I said owl. We can both fly.
Baby turtle.
MC
2S version.
said, Orca.
This is how everything looks inside.
An Orca?
The capacitor in the back.
Actually, that's kind of a cool answer that nobody ever says. Like, it would be pretty kick-ass to be like a, you know, like an Orca's pretty badass. That would be really cool. I wonder what their maximum depth they can go to is.
Chawip 13 said, that must be a new version of the baby turtle. The ones I have do not have that slot on the top front like that.
He said it was V6.1 or something. Fuck. I didn't mean to shut it down, but he said it was V6.1 or something like that. But I'm gonna, you know, so he's got the 2S version, the 1S, and hold on. Because I gotta pull it up again.
Baby turtle V7, Jump on props 40
Chawith
millimeter
13
props, and the frame is
said,
for 45
I have the
millimeter
same.
props.
I made mine into a 2S.
Yeah. 45 millimeter props.
HD baby.
This is
Turtle
2-inch, 1S.
1S version, 2-inch props, 1.5 millimeter thick.
It's very
butterfly.
light. It looks like it could be heavy, but it's not.
And the 2S HD baby turtle.
Chawith 13
2S version.
said, oh, that's
This
cause
is
it's a
how
digital one.
everything looks
Yeah.
inside. The capacitor in the back. And
Two-
the camera mount.
Two digital, one analog.
That's it.
I still want to get a baby turtle frame. I honestly keep forgetting to fucking order it. It's, you know, I always wondered like, hold on. I think no matter what drone I fly, it generally feels the same, but obviously there's a difference between like the camera sitting on top and the camera being like in between. It seems like the camera being placed here is better because, like, especially for, you know, like knife edges, you have a more accurate like representation of like, I guess, better centering in a sense of like the drone itself. I think like when the camera sits on top, it's like a little bit more, it's a little bit probably harder to hit gaps. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get that baby turtle. The question is, because it's more rigid than this one, is it going to put up with the abuse that this guy puts up with? Because we put this through the paces and it's dirty as shit. Maybe I'll clean it before tomorrow, but I mean, we got a broken support here. And the 04 unit is pretty expensive, but like part of me just wants to run this into the ground, not destroy the components, but like I just want to use the frame until it's just totally worthless. But the danger there is that is that it becomes weak enough to where the components aren't safe anymore. But I think this canopy protects it pretty well. So, but yeah, it would just also be cool to fly a different build. So I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to downgrade the motors because he flies with 1003s and these are 1202.5s, and I kind of like the speed that I get out of these. So I have all the components ready to go. I like a complete. I have another set of these motors.
Shadow Monitor.
Another 04,
Set.
another Goku F405. Used tape. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could probably like. I could probably put some
Shadow
duct
Monitor
tape on there.
said, LOL.
I could probably do that. Actually, I'll tell you what. The problem is weight. This is already kind of a heavy drone. You want your drone to be as light as possible. Without, you don't want it. It depends on what you're going for. In freestyle, you don't want it so light that it's not flickable, but tape would add like a lot of weight. But I'll tell you what, if I covered this thing in duct tape, it absolutely would be like, I mean, it's already a tank. I have a spare frame. I probably should just throw this one away because it's broken and preserve my components, but I don't know. I'm weird and I just want to keep flying until it's disintegrated. But anyway, this is already like a really robust frame. It takes a lot of abuse. I think if you covered in this in duct tape, it totally would.
That break is an easy fix.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, now Monarch's idea makes me kind of want to duct tape a drone to high heaven and just run it into shit. Because it's like, especially if you made it like cushy, that would be hilarious. That'd be kind of a neat project to make the most durable drone. You know, like you could just full throttle it into like a tree stump or a tree, you know? But I have another one of these frames. They're not that they're like $4 or $5 or something.
Said. Yeah.
It would be cool to test that out. There's got to be some like
Monarch said. You should do that.
Like
Glass Sink Zero.
It'd be cool to put like
Get
little
some truck bed
inflatable
liner.
things. Yeah, that's the squishy shit. The thing is, so when you get into the bigger drones, they break easier because they go faster and weigh more. So there's a lot more force that ends up going into, the frame. The trick would be to build a drone this size, but without weighing it down too much. Because the truck bed liner, you're probably right. That actually could work really well. But it would need to be so caked on that this thing would then be like way too much. Because these motors are big for the, like for a 2-inch, but they're still not that big for the weight, really. And it's hard to scale up from here.
Chawip 13 said.
These are
What size
1202.5 11,000 kV motors. I found that like when you start getting into like 1303, like the 1300s and the 1400s, the kV goes way down. And the idea is they supposedly have more
Shadow Monarch
torque, but
said,
honestly, those ones are made for 3S batteries, not 2S batteries.
Things.
I know. I mean, this one does a good job, believe it or not. But it would be that'd be a fun project. I think it'd be very hard.
Said, yeah, I have 1,204.5 on a toothpick.
1204.5s? What are they? Because that might be a good. See how much lower the KV is, though? Those are just 12,004s.
Chawip 13 said, 8022 kV motors.
8022, that's pretty good. But they're meant for 2S, not 3S? I guess 8,000's pretty good, but like I said, a lot of these, like 5,000 kV, that, it's
Chawip
like getting
13
it's too.
Said,
it's not gonna have enough
they're
power.
Hyperlight by Pyro Drone.
Hyperlight? Oh, that's cool. They're probably not. They're probably sold out for like a long time now. It's not showing up. God damn it. But like I wanted to get into like, imagine like a 1404 or something like that. 2750 kV, you know what I mean? And it's meant for 3S. I'm pretty sure. So if we were to do a super durable drone that's small, we'd have to put big fat motors on it that aren't meant for 3S, that are meant for 2S.
The sweet spot for a hoop 3-hole mount are 1,002 14,000 kV. And I use them with 2s.
That is especially a sweet spot for flight time. But I definitely want power for this guy. And then obviously if we were to ever make the drone that flies directly into things, that's a whole special build. Maybe 1300s, like Here's some 1303
Shadow Monarch
11,500. Oh shit.
said, have you ever used a drone in the dark?
I have.
Chilip 13.
My
said,
HD0
also
with Lux camera can fly in the dark.
1,102.13500 kb.
1102s.
Chilip 13 said,
I think I have 1102s as well. They're beta FPV. They're weak though. Don't buy the beta FPV ones. They're very like fragile. So this might be a good option. 1303. It's a little bit bigger. 11,500. And are they meant for 2S? Yeah, 1 to 2S. Fucking perfect. I swear they didn't fucking have these when I was looking. I looked. See how we're 2,500 kV, 5,500. I wanted like a high kV. They're right here. Or right here, I mean. 11,500. Now let me go to... Let's go to 14XX. And then and it's like you can't go above that. Then you're getting into like 3S. 4,500, 4,600, 3,800, 3,000, 4,500, yeah.
Chawip 13 said, if you can look at my 5 rip.
Where are we? What the hell? Where'd your channel go? Where's your 5-inch one? What's it called?
Chawip 13.
It's called Away?
Said, away.
Ah. Nice, hold on. Yeah, this is the thing. I haven't gotten away from my house. Oh yeah, hold on. I forgot to like the other one. I haven't gotten away from my house to fly my 3.5-inch build yet. This is the issue. You have to actually make time to like leave. I have not done that. Wait. Do you say what the Source 1 V5 frame? You said this earlier, right? 6S with the Run K. Yeah, you said this earlier, but what motors does it have on it? What's your camera angle at?
Chawip 13 said, 35A.
The great thing about 5-inch is that like if you really punch it, it just freaking floats. How fast do you think you got this up to? It's kind of freeing to be like out in the middle of like
Chawip 13
a place like that, you know?
Said, and Brother Hobby 2206 1720 kV motors.
2206 1720.
13 said, don't know how fast.
Here, I'm gonna pull out my drop something. Oh, that's a cool spot right there. That looks cool. I like that watery area. I don't blame you for not wanting to hang around there.
Chawip 13 said, "There's another water hole."
Yeah, it looks cool. I like that. Like, I like the feature of it. It's cool to fly around it. I pulled out my 5-inch build that's been sitting here forever. Oh shit, did I not plug my goggles in? Oh, I did. That one right there. Yeah, I like the sand kind of like intermixed with stuff. It's a cool area. Five inch is just so weird how it just sits in the air. It's so, I can't wait to fly it. But I don't even have mine built yet. Oh my god, it's almost 11. I gotta go in a minute because I gotta eat. But I'm gonna show you guys the 5-inch build that I'm gonna be doing. So freaking hungry. Dude, that's sick. That's gonna, dude, now you got me pumped for flying 5-inch. Okay, check this out. So we got, let's go full screen. I buy a lot of my stuff from like
Shadow Monitor
any of my big drone stuff
said,
I buy from Fly High.
"What is
FPV.
the best budget drone that I can get for $250?
He's super cool.
Chawip 13 said, "That's what it's all about. Get each other hype."
Hell yeah, man. Dude, you hyped me for like, that's why I started pulling all this out. But and like I was saying, I'll give you a recommendation in a second, Shadow. I buy all my big drone stuff from Fly High FPV. That guy's awesome. Super good dude. So I got an Armatan frame. It's like a one-piece frame. But I got all the 3D print stuff from him too. So this, at the time, I was planning on doing so I got all the feet and all that. He makes really good quality stuff. It's like, you know, it's TPU and it's really nice. And he designs it and it's really well done. But it's all super robust. I was going to put a GoPro. Well, this is actually for an Osmo Pocket, or what's it called? The new version of the DJI camera that's like in competition with the GoPro. But at the time, I was going to throw it on there, and I might not now. But it's an Armatan frame. The Marmot. 04 air unit. I'm actually going to fly with TBS Crossfire Nano RX because, frankly, I'm just kind of sick of like this fat module on the back, and I just want to go out and fly like just with just my Tango 2, and obviously, so I'll be able to do that with this. Arguably, it's not as good as ELRS, but it's going to be good enough for what I'm going to be doing. Let me put that back on there because I know I'll forget tomorrow when I fly. And then we have the SkyStars HD flight stack, the F722. It's really compact and really high quality. Hold on, let's protect it. And then we got come on, get out of there. T-Motor F60 Pros. So it's going to be a screamer. Come on. It's for freestyle, of course. Of course, it's going to be a pain. Come on, get out of there. Okay. There we go. 1950 kV. I forgot what they were. Come on. I need more light over here. Focus. All right, it's not going to focus. So we'll go like this. This probably won't either. Pretty sweet. And then we got Gemfan Hurricane MCK 51466 V2s. So they look like this. Oh, green screen. So this thing's gonna be a powerful mofo. It's a lower, it's 1950 kV because like this is geared toward freestyle and like I want power, like I want torque. I could have went with a lower kV to get more torque, but this is like probably the sweet spot, I think. But this is going to be fast. This is going to be a very fast drone. So that's my 5-inch build. There we go. Yeah, so I have not built that yet. Before I do that, I promise I'm gonna fly this. This is the first. This is my Grinderino. It's got a T-Motor AIO on it. It's got an 03 air unit. I got all this stuff from Fly High as well. Yeah, this one will be fun. This is ELRS. So I do have to fly this first. It's the first thing I have to do. And then we're gonna build a 5-inch. I haven't. I'm telling you, man. I just haven't made time to leave the house. Like,
you haven't ripped that yet.
It's funny because I could be wrong, but I think the reason why you named your video Away is because like you fly around your house a lot like I do. So you're like, oh, well, this one's away like for once. Is that why you named it that?
Said, you can fly that out your window.
No, yeah, but no, yeah. It's a 3.5 inch. It's very powerful. It's way overpowered. It has 2203.5 2850 kV motors on it.
13.
This is like
said.
This is really
just
fast.
Came to it.
Just came to the name, you mean?
Chawip 13 said.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you fly a few different spots, but I mean, you're not like me where it's like you don't leave the house. But a lot of your flights are in the house, so it's like at least a lot of the flights I've seen. So you just named it Away just because it came to you, but like when I read it in my head, I was like, that's what I'd name my video because I never leave. What was I gonna say though? Yeah, so I haven't ripped the 3.5 inch yet, and I think I could fly it around the house, sure, but it's much, much, much more dangerous around people, and that's why I don't really want to do it. I mean, it's going to be so fast.
Chawip13 said, "Yeah,
The motors are
I
way
also
too big
get lazy
for it.
driving and
so,
carrying a lot of stuff.
They're too big for it, I think. And I think it's just not safe to fly around here. I have very good control, I think. For being a relatively new pilot, I have pretty good control of the drone, but you know, if I were to fly this on stream around here, I would not try to do tricks. I would just fly flat because, you know, if I screw up, if I hurt, like this thing's got weight to it. If I hurdle this into a house, like compared to this weighs like 50 grams. This weighs like 5 times as much. If this goes into a house, it's doing damage. If it goes into a car, it's doing damage. If it goes into a person, it's doing a lot of damage. So that's why I would prefer to fly this, you know, not around the house. This is going to be so much louder. This is going to sound scary. Like big drones, you got to admit,
13
we all love FPV
said,
here, but big drones
Man,
sound
your motors
scary.
get hit once you rip that quad.
Oh yeah.
Lower your master multiplier just so
Yeah.
it won't mess up your escape unless you have any other solutions.
No, you're correct. I overbuilt it just because I literally there's something wrong with me, and I just want to see what happens. I knew what I was doing, and I did it anyway. I was like, this is what I'm gonna put on it. I'm probably gonna regret it.
Said, because you can man, that's
exactly.
it.
That's kind of, yeah, I mean, that one is not going to be able to take a hit because of the speeds that I'm going at. Oh, hey, bud. Benson's looking adorable. He's so tired. Are you tired, baby? All right. I got to cuddle with the pup, and I got to eat. So hopefully the new version of Tootie will be working in a couple of days. But thank you guys for watching. I should be flying tomorrow, provided it's a nice day. If it's gonna rain, then
Chawip13
then we're not flying.
Piano solo time.
Piano solo time. Well, keyboard solo. Cause it's oh man, it's a keyboard like this. It's a keyboard solo. You'll see. The people who don't know, they'll see.
Chawip13 said, "Oh yeah, my fault."
No big deal. But it's a keyboard solo in a cheeky sense. All right, until tomorrow, peace. Epic keyboard solo. Get ready for it.
Midnight Jesus.
Say bye to everybody, Tootie. Oh. Wait. Wait. We can't go. We can't go. I forgot to answer Shadow Monarch's question. Hold on. Don't go. I think he's on a delay, so he's going to see that we went, and then he might leave, but come
the
back.
Suspense. Were you about to cut me off mid-sentence? Fine. I'll hold my horses. Tootie's farewell speech can wait.
Yes,
Apparently,
exactly.
there's more fun to be had, or
Yes.
more chaos to unleash.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Thank you. If you've never flown a drone before, this is a good. Okay, good. This is a tough question because it depends on what you want to do. in the FPV community, we fly. You can buy bind and fly drones. Let me go over here. This is a drone that I built. This is a drone that I built. And these drones, in the FPV community, we typically fly what's called acro mode. And acro mode is where the drone, it doesn't just float in the air for you like a DJI drone. Let me give you an example. This drone will just float in the air, and on my remote, like on my DJI remote, I press forward and it'll go like that. Backward, it'll go like this. It'll turn, it'll go around, and it just floats there for you. You don't have to do anything. But it's okay. Benson's whining. So, no, it's okay. It's okay. All right, he's all worried. All right. Do you want me to calm down, bud? All right. So this will float there for you, but you can't do tricks with this. It's just, it's not how it works. I don't know why he's whining. Like, you got to hear him. He sounds like Chewbacca. What's wrong, bud? All right, I'm going to have to pet him while I talk to you because he's really, really missing me. Poor baby. Okay, so this kind of drone will mostly fly for you, and then you just push it in different directions, but you're not going to be able to do tricks with it. And I say that with like a qualifier. Yes, technically, you can turn it into pure manual mode, but they are not built for it, so they fly like absolute dog shit in manual mode. If you want a drone that's really easy to just fly around, this is like $200, but it doesn't come with a controller. And then if you want to fly FPV, you need to buy $500 goggles. There's no $200 solution for drones. The whole hobby is very expensive. If you want to fly a manual drone in acro mode like these, you can buy bind and flies, meaning versions that are built for you. You don't have to build it yourself. But you're still going to pay a couple $100 if it's not an analog drone. And then you need to buy a controller, which is going to cost you anywhere from $60 to $200. And then you need to buy, if you're buying analog goggles, you can get a really cheap pair of box goggles for $100. But it's kind of a waste of money because you can get HD0 goggles that fly HD0 and analog. That's $500. But if you want to fly... Yes. Hold on. I gotta open this. It was easy.
I like skinned my hand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, and if you want to fly DJI, you need to buy these, and they're $500. So HD0 goggles can fly analog and HD0. They're $500. These are $500. Your only option is analog. Yeah, that's what I was saying, 60 to 200. So let me get my box goggles. Your cheapest option, you can get a pair of box goggles for $100, but you're going to fly analog. It's not going to look as crisp as you saw today on my, on my flights that you saw. So analog is just a different beast. $100. You can get this Radio Master Pocket for $60 to $70. Let's just go back over here because the green screen. 60 to 70. 100. And then you'd have to buy like a tiny whoop, which I'll show you over here.
What are you trying to say?
We'll go to like newbie drone. Sky Zone 500. Oh yeah, these are the cheap Sky Zones though. These are the Cobra Ls. Those are I only paid $100. All right, so we want the Or you could buy a kit like this for $179.99, but the controller is kind of a piece of shit. Like, I kind of don't recommend stuff like this because you're going to outgrow the controller really fast, and it's like kind of super mediocre. And these don't even look like they're going to be Hall effect, and so they're kind of shit. The drone's probably like okay. Yeah, brushed kit. Yeah, yucky. Right, exactly. So Hummingbird V4. The tariffs kind of made this. Oh, they dropped it. This is what you want. And I believe that starting with tiny whoops is the best. I think it teaches you to be a better pilot. So this is a Hummingbird like V3 or something. Oops. So Hummingbird V4, it's going to be small like I just showed you. $100. $60. That's $160. These goggles are $100. That's $260. And then you're going to need probably, I would buy like 8 batteries, 300 milliamp hour batteries for this little guy. And that's probably going to cost you, we'll say, $30. But let's just look. And if you're in a good place, another good place to get, if you're going the tiny whoop route, we bleed FPV. So you can find all the same stuff here, but like if we look at the batteries, they have really good quality batteries. 1S is what this would be. $28.99 for 4. So it'd be basically $60 for 8. They're expensive, but these are very good batteries. Newbie Drones batteries are like the same price as you can see here. Nitro Nectar Gold. You could go to Beta FPV. Did I say Newbie Drone? I meant to say. You can also get batteries, Beta FPV. And they have good batteries. But the lava, you got to get the lavas. The other ones suck. So here's your 300. These are probably the best deal. You get 5 for $22. You can buy 10 of them for $44. That's kind of the best bet. I would buy these. And then the only problem is, I don't know if the Hummingbird has the BT 2.0 connector. It has this. And then, so those wouldn't work with those batteries. So let's look real quick. I'm pretty sure it has... Yeah, it doesn't have the right connector. So maybe don't go with Newbie Drone. Go to WeBleed. Get the beta... Get a whoop from them. Get the batteries from Beta FPV. And find your goggles somewhere else. But it's going to cost you about $300. And that'll get you started. But it's not just that. You have to be able to charge your batteries. I would recommend the ViFly Whoopster. That's going to be another $30. It'll charge 6 batteries at a time, and you don't really have to worry too much about understanding like battery science, but you will set your house on fire if you treat these batteries wrong. They are not regular batteries. They're lithium polymer batteries. They're made for a high discharge rate. And if you don't charge them correctly, they will blow up. So you have to know what you're doing. This makes it easier. But I have parallel and series chargers. Like these are parallel chargers. And then that's my, like my big charger. But you have to know what you're doing. It's not, you can't just plug it in and go. You have to understand it. You have to research all this stuff. And then the other thing is, you break this, you better understand how to fix it. So these ones have motor plugs, so you can like replace the motor and plug in new ones. But honestly, learning how to solder is really important in the hobby. And I'm not saying this to dissuade you. This is all stuff that if you want to get into it, it's just what you really the way you should do it. So now you got to get a little $30 soldering iron at least, or maybe you spend a little more, get a $60 one preferably. I use a bigger, like a plug-in soldering iron that's down here. You want to get your flux. Like learning to solder is a whole other thing. You know, I mean, you rip a connector off, you rip the battery pigtail off, you got to know how to solder. Let's see, this camera, is it direct soldered? I can't see, it's like hidden under. I can't remember with this, but some of the cameras are direct soldered. You rip the camera off, you got to learn how to solder. So it's, you know, there's a learning curve to this hobby. You also have to understand, you know, like, you know, you frig up your drone and you have to connect it to Betaflight, and you have to reset it, you know? So you got the Betaflight configurator, and you got to learn how to connect your drone to that. You know, now, you know, you're like, maybe you need to change the motor direction. Now you got to go to ESC configurator, and you got to kind of know what you're doing there, and don't install the wrong Blue Jay version on a drone that doesn't like it. Like newbie drone stuff doesn't like when you change the Blue Jay version, and you don't know what that is right now, but you will. Anyway, there's a lot to it. I would recommend heavily researching it and understanding it, and be willing to put in the time. If you just want to push a drone around in the air and have it kind of fly for you, this is your best bet. Get this for $200. Buy the controller for $100, and then you can just connect your phone to it, and then you can fly it with your the phone and the controller, I think. But it's just not the same thing. You can't, like I said, you can try to do tricks with stuff like this eventually when you learn how to fly in manual mode, but I've tried this in manual mode and it's garbage. It, like when I try to dive trees, it breaks the manual mode and reverts it to regular mode. Just, they're not made for it. They're not made for acrobatics. But if we look at DJI.com and you just want to push your drone around for like cinematic reasons, then there's no reason to do all this stuff that I'm saying. But, you know, like, I prefer freestyle, and like racing is really fun. And if you want to get into freestyle or racing, you need this kind of a drone, or this kind of a drone, or this kind of a drone, or even bigger. But if we go over here and we look at the DJI, where is it? Where's the Neo? Well, just, I mean, the Mini is probably expensive. $759. Okay, so that's out. Air Series, Mavic Series, Flip Series, Avata. The Avata's like expensive. Inspire. Shit. They don't even list the Neo on their website. Let me. 135 grams. $200 just for the drone. $289. That's no RC, meaning no controller. Where is it? I'm trying to find it so you can see what it looks like. Where's my freaking controller? You can just fly it with your phone, but it's pretty awful. I have it set for manual, like that's why it's like this, but normally you have it where it returns to center if you're just flying, not acrobatic. But you basically buy a controller like this. So the Fly More combo that comes with 2 batteries, a controller, and the drone costs you $418. And then this controller is not this controller, obviously. And this controller you can put your phone on. So, but if you want FPV this, you need to buy the goggles, which are about $500. So that's kind of the thing. It's an extremely expensive hobby. And if you're confused as to why, like, I'm flying DJI, but with like a custom drone, it's because they make these things called air units. And you don't have to use their RC either. And they look like this. So You get a flight stack. For a smaller one, you plop on a DJI 04 light unit, and then you can use the DJI goggles. It's going to be an HD stream. Nobody really beats DJI in terms of picture. An even bigger one is the 04 Pro, and that's how you fly with the goggles 3. But like I said, you can use your own RC when you do that because the RC is coming from the flight stack. So, and in this case, the RC is a separate receiver that I connect to the flight stack. But that's how it works. I'm glad you found that helpful. I hope it wasn't too much information, but there's so much to it. I feel like I would have robbed you by not giving you all that information. I'm sorry if it wasn't as organized as it could have been. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm glad you found it helpful, and thank you. I'm going to tell you right now, this is so much more fun. It doesn't even compare. Don't get this. Don't get this and just push it around. Learn how to fly manually. It's okay if you start in what's called angle mode. It still doesn't like fly for you like a DJI drone, but you can start in angle mode and you can work your way to acro mode, but you are going to have so much more fun with an FPV drone. It's like on another level. This is what you got to get into. And like I said, about $300 gets you this, and 10 batteries. So, and if you need a recap for all this information, you can check the VOD. Yeah, I'd like to. I hope you pick it up. It's expensive, but it's a really, really rewarding hobby. And you're just gonna feel really good when you especially when you teach yourself to solder and you watch a few tutorials and you finally get it. It's just there's a lot of rewarding components to the hobby, and the community is really, really supportive, full of amazing people. We're all really supportive, tight knit. We want to further the hobby, and we want to further each other's enjoyment of the hobby. So it's a nice community to be part of for sure. And now, with that being said, you're gonna see my keyboard solo, and Tootie is going to sign us out. Tootie, it's time. We gotta go. I have to eat. I'm starving. Why don't you sign us out, buddy, and say bye to all the kind people who have taken their time to watch us today. Peace.
Well, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave, mainly because it means I can go back to my own gaming marathon. All right, let's wrap this up before Judy here drops from hunger. Thanks to all you wonderful, game-loving, Tootie-tolerating folks for sticking with us today. Remember,
He just called me Judy.
The game doesn't end here. It only gets more absurd. So, farewell, my friends. Until we meet again in the great gaming circus.